other's throat for the next day and a half. Welcome, President Doug Kelly.
Yes, thanks, Ken. Phil and myself have both experienced.
Yeah, it's pretty pleasant. Yes, I think the boys will really enjoy it. Nice spot too.
And feel that wind, it'll swing around the other way. Ken's probably more accustomed to calling sea breezes than what we are, but that's not where that wind's going to stay all day, and we suspect it might swing and strengthen.
Yeah, sea breeze. Yeah, what's that? What is a sea breeze?
Swing and strengthen.
Yeah, sea breeze. Yeah, what's that? What is a sea breeze?
It's what you don't get in Kalgoorlie. So it's never something that favours, say, the eastern zone. Northern zone, of course, play up and down the coast, so they're accustomed to it, and these guys, this is just their bread and butter, playing in these sort of conditions, and synthetics, of course. So even if it's their home zone, of course, but it's not necessarily their home league or their home club. So, but they'll adapt to it because this is just a talent-laden group from the 4 zones, which really looking forward to the display of some great bowls. And I'll just get back to the home club, and as Barry Coote walks past me, the way we've been looked after has been red carpet service, Phil, as we both know, whether it be shifting tents or getting results or getting everything in play. And we always knew it was good, and all the zones are really good at this. But Hall's Head, with the size of the club, have been spectacular. I know that nothing's been too hard for us to do, and that's all we've been looked after beautifully. So, Ken, who's been the dominant zone over the times, would you think?
Well, it's quite interesting looking at the recent winners. In fact, the last 4 interzone round robins have been won by all different zones. So,
good.
Looking back over time, going right back to 75, 76, when it was held in Cunderdin and the Eastern Zone got up. Since then, we've had Eastern Zone with 12, Northern Zone 9 times, Southern Zone the even dozen as well, and Southwest the zone that's had most success with 16 wins. So
very even.
Yeah, pretty well spread around. And obviously we missed a few years ago because of COVID. So out of all of that, 49 played, 1 missed. So looking forward today to the 51st edition of our interzone round robin. So players now just finishing their roll-up. We've got the skippers to come, and then we'll be up and at them.
So, and then talking on this, nice little journey. So all those years ago, so I come across a guy last night who will be here this afternoon who played in the very first one of those. Of course, as it was the start of the zone, it was actually also the start of the interleague. So the Northern Zone, which you hail from, Phil, your first one was played at Morawa, and then they progressed down to Cunderdin, which the Eastern Zone then proceeded to win. So few interesting stories and memories were brought about by that, and the roll-up just about to come to a conclusion, Phil. So that forehand going both directions, not forehand both directions, but that side of the green looks like it's a tad wider.
Yes, I reckon that was a tad wider. This side, even though the breeze seemed a little easterly, I don't know the directions here. I'm thinking a southeasterly. The backhand coming this way didn't pull as much as I thought it would. Yeah, so it's actually looks like it's easterly. Is that easterly? I can't see that weather vane.
Yeah, there's a couple of flags just next to us. Southeasterly, really.
Southeasterly. Well, that's what I did say. Yep.
You'll know which way southwest is this afternoon as you're picking your books up off the fence behind us. But at least it'll keep the flies off us and keep us cool. So I think that's the expected max today's low 30s, Ken.
Yep, I think so. Yep, we'll be nice and cool. We're not too far from the coast here, obviously. So, there goes some bits of paper from out onto the green.
There's your fills. There your coaching notes and your motivational speech for the Northern Zone just got blown across the green. So,
okay, here we go, underway, and it'll be Southwest.
So
obviously won the toss. They'll start proceedings off, and Rink in front of us, Brian Boomer Gearing.
And the stickers, Ken?
Well, I would imagine
green and blue.
Green and blue. Green will be Southwest, and blue Southern Zone. We'll keep obviously the scoreboard updated as we go. Okay.
So Boomer
First
Gearing
bowl
hails from Merredin and would have represented the Eastern Zone. Previous winner of Country Week singles, Ken?
I'm almost positive he was. Probably a decade ago now.
But obviously hasn't lost any of that ability as he proceeds to show us why he has been a regular player in these zone league and zone events. So we'll see lots. Metre behind, Bo Rapicelli hails from Condinin. So newish bowler.
Nice start.
Nice start. Very comfortable. So both right-handers, interestingly enough, playing opposite sides of the green. So I'd suggest that Boomer will be able to play both sides with comfort. And he then proceeds to vindicate my comment. So he just slides past. So in the ideal world, Bo will be the same distance behind as he is in front.
Another good bowl, Bo.
So that'll
Better.
be his nerves out of the way as he gets acknowledged by his skipper,
Very good.
Tim O'Meehan, Borden fella, also an experienced campaigner. I'll speak about him in a moment and talk about experienced campaigners. Brad Ball, who's amongst other things, apart from Country Week titles, has won state pairs with
Yep.
Russell Bates. Comes straight in,
Sits the shot.
picks up shots, gives himself every opportunity by reaching. And Ken bowls this afternoon for you.
Yep, pennants this afternoon, Metro pennants as usual. So we'll have a little trip up to Armidale. Looking forward to that.
Actually pretty tidy side, Armidale nowadays.
Yep, certainly going very well in South. Always tough place to play. Hope that breeze hangs around as we.
You won't get heated out. I haven't looked at forecast for Armidale, but I suspect it's not.
No, mid-30s.
Very good bowl, Tim.
Mid-30s.
Just missed that.
So Tim Adden playing 2 for the Southern Zone. Cooker and Ladd. So my little bit of homework on him tells me that he's very good sportsman, good footballer, good cricketer. So and we see people who are good hand-eye coordination transition into bowls very well. So he's another example of that. So his calls on the forehand. Who's holding shot? There's no paddles to assist us like when we're calling singles last weekend, Ken. So, but we've got the astute eye of Phil Manning in the chair. He's the closest one.
Don't trust my eye. Nice bit of grass here. Just got a bit of wind behind it. Might help Rattle just get past, maybe. Could be shot. That could be shot. I don't know. The green one at the back's pretty close as well.
Not the easiest draw.
I think I know who's shot now. Keepy's asking for a split down there to try and split those two. So I'd suggest they're 1 and 2. Keepy's got a nice third straight behind the jack. Pretty close. Yep. Oh, well, we'll play that in again. So much for lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe come.
We'll have to say goodbye to Ken. Probably early. We'll still be playing. Killed the first end.
Thank you.
Which they have to replay from the same position, Ken?
Yep, the first end.
No, I think that rule's changed. I think now you can play either way. It's not as if the game hasn't started. So, but the skippers have said, let's go back to the clubhouse end. Breeze coming over their right shoulder from the clubhouse where they are at the moment. As we said, little sou'easter, which sort of quite brisk, really. There's plenty of breeze around. And we'll start again. So, once again, Brian Gearing. Probably I think he's thrown the jack here now.
Bit longer.
Certainly longer. Matt's up about 3 metres from the tee and jack on the tee, so almost maximum length in.
They did suggest it was going to be fairly calm this morning, but there's a nice bit of breeze there.
Probably is in Mora.
Yeah.
Just not here, Phil. So with the southern guys had latched onto the weight of the last length, so Boomer, as you would expect,
straight away, yes.
Changed it straight away, very astute man. So Bo Rippertrolli.
Had 2 rippers in the first end, so let's see if the tactics put him off a little, because he was all over it. And he's not far away again. Not quite. quite there.
So as strong a lineup as I've ever seen from this Southwest side. Ken, I guess when it's a home series, it's quite often the case that everyone becomes available. Somewhat different if you're going to Wanthella, like they'll be going to next year, or you're going to Kalgoorlie. Sometimes people all of a sudden have holidays, and not casting any doubts of aspersion or any character judgment, but that's just somehow how it works. So Bo within a metre, but he's only got second shot, so he gets a chance to add a metre and sneak around the front pairing and see what he can come up with. Of course, the blue stickers and the greyish bowls, Phil.
Yeah, he's just under a little as far as grass goes again. Yes, he has, and played similar weight, so good tactics by Keepy, changing the length straight away. Either the skipper or the lead thinking about what's going on, and have certainly paid dividends. Bradley Ball, usually see him skippering. Pretty handy having someone play two like that.
Played 3 in the league side, then of course they condensed it all and he comes back to second. But
very
arguably
good draw bowler, but very good draw bowler. Yeah,
that's right.
Draws the shot.
Unflappable sort of a character. Doesn't feel pressure. Comes from a long sporting. You would have backed him a few times on a few horses, Ken.
Don't get into that sort of business.
Don't do that, yeah. Like me, right? You heard about someone who's backed him, perhaps, but I would say that he's ridden a few winners in his time all over the world. Spent a bit of time in Hong Kong, I think.
Good line, yes. Good bowl.
Very good bowl.
Tim's drawn the shot.
Cookeran. So that's the hometown of Ross Ditchburn. I did ask him the best bowler that he'd played with or against, and he said Ditchy, if you're talking about football or cricket, bowls not even in the conversation, didn't make top 10 in the list. So if Ditchy's out there listening, so there's a bit of, you've left room for improvement, Ditchy.
Got a dead end to start on Rink 2 as well, so it could be a long day, boys.
Yep. So we'd just be hoping it's cold meat and salad at this stage, Phil.
Yes, yeah, we don't want our hot meal to go cold. Tim's on line again, but he's pulled up a wee bit short.
Would still be holding shot. Has received Dave Goddard on Rink 4. We're of course on Rink 5. Cruise down and draw shot or second shot, but within a foot anyway on that one. Of course, we get to have a good close look at Dave Goddard later in the tournament as we live stream. Of course, we'll be live streaming all Southwest games on the back of it being their home zone green and game, so venue. So they get the option of playing the same green all weekend. And on synthetics, Phil, perhaps not such an advantage.
No.
And they would like to be watering in between, but this one they might have to hand water this rink. As I see Mitch collapse to the ground, thinking of sprinklers, and what happened last week in the state singles and that little shower we got at the end, Ken.
Yeah, a little different conditions today for sure. Quite extraordinary last week in the singles with the rain and the storm, where most of Perth didn't get a drop, and I tell you what, Mount Lawley got plenty. But, as I said, perfect day today, not a cloud in the sky here at Hall's Head, so it should be a terrific weekend.
So you have a roll-up last night in practice for today?
Yes, it wasn't a great roll-up. Club singles last night. No, congratulations to my opponent, who was certainly a lot steadier than I was last night.
Final? The final or semi-final?
The final,
yep. Final.
Yep.
So this is the plate we're talking?
It was the championship, Ken. Well done.
Well done.
Made the final.
That guy,
he scored about 15, so that was pretty good. 25 up. I think Ken got 15, so not a bad effort. Pretty good bowler, Danny, over here.
I've watched him. I'd rate him as one of the better bowlers I've seen in Perth, that Penman.
Well,
big raps on him for me.
Well.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually. Danny mentioned it as his first singles title, but course, he had quite a break from the game when looking after the youngsters as they were growing up. Saw one last night for the first time in a dozen years, and they certainly grown up all right. But yeah, of course, Danny cut his teeth at Coburn Club when Coburn were the club in WA. Won a state pairs with Steve Shroy.
Wow.
So played with the goodies, and hasn't lost any of his ability. Probably, if you could model a bowls delivery, you'd be modelling it on Danny Penman's.
Yeah, and character too. He seems really steady.
Yep, good bloke.
Calling the head, so super impressed. And so Phil, who's holding shot? Comfortably?
Keepy's side's got shot. Wilkinson just got the shot. Keepy around this one is fairly nice bowl. Very good, Keepy. That is the shot, obviously, as you can see on the screen.
And Keepy come off over 60s duties,
yes.
So ventured to Tasmania and acquitted himself very well.
I think this will be a little bit quicker than it was in Tasmania. Might be more to his liking, I'd suggest.
So Keepy through the interleague round robin, he had an unblemished record. He had a 21-19 over F. Dietrich, 22-13 over Andrew Drayton, a fair opponent, and 27-12 over A. Miller. So he had a really good round robin, so hence he's skipping in the zone. Tim O'Mean likewise had a pretty good one, so 22-13 in his first game, drew the second one, 25-20, and then went down 14-31. So didn't finish as well as he started, but still fair round robin, and he'd only have to get half reasonable. You just know he's going to give you everything when you get to this level, so accomplished at this level for sure and certain.
Nice line again by Keepy, just dropped in a ditch, was probably didn't want to be short in case the opposition had a run at it. He wanted the back bowl, but needs some grass, I hear Tim say. So if Tim thinks he needs grass, he's probably in a bit of strife, which he is, under the head. Couple to south west, southern, I'd say.
So correct call by Phil, as I would expect. Whoops. So that starts proceedings, 20 ends to go. This can adjust the scoreboard. So if you go to Facebook and pick up the Bowls WA page, it'll give you the links to be able to watch the stream and or watch the live score. Can that right?
Indeed, we'll just get that scoreboard squared away in a minute. Mitch might just have to reboot our scoreboard, which has dropped off in terms of our buttons on our in front of us.
So the length,
fairly similar. Just stuck with that a little bit longer, and Boomer's playing the same side of the green. He's playing forehand backhand, and he's got away to a fairly good start. Boomer, well done.
And it's a little bit uphill with that breeze. You'll be into the teeth of it as he turns to come back into the jack. You'll be turning into that breeze a bit. Bo's chosen the other
same side. He's
yeah.
playing forehand backhand, so they're playing opposite each other. Obviously, at this stage anyway, Bo's got some fairly nice weight. Both of them got good weight, just cut under the head a little. Not hard to do when the green's running nicely and drawing like it is. Boomer said it's a bit wide out there, so it tells you he's going to be a bit tight. He is. Good weight again, but
they got a good feel for the weight, and that's a good start, isn't it? So the roll-up you had this morning, Phil, I noticed that you'd obviously soaked the bowls last night. I couldn't see any chalk on them.
I washed it all off. I didn't want to show off, so I washed it all off before I brought them out.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
That's a very good
No,
start.
I think I can remember that I did get some chalk on one once.
Right.
Yeah. It was a fair while ago, but there was an occasion.
Pre-Facebook.
Oh, yeah. If it had been Facebook, I would have had it all over the place.
So Ken Country Week entries, reasonable, similar numbers, plus or minus a few, no doubt?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. The fours and pairs are down a little. Not significant amount, a couple of percent, if you like, down. but the singles were the other way. So singles were up a few percent.
But
So,
20 extra, isn't there, or something?
yeah, about that for the
Yeah.
singles, and probably 10 or so teams down. But when I say down, it's only from last year. So overall, they're pretty similar to what they've been now for the best part of a decade.
The added incentive of being able to stay with Phil Manning for the weekend probably increased numbers a little bit in the singles.
Great bowl, Tim Adams. Tim Adams has drawn a front toucher. Started off very well. Tim,
Yeah, his
first 3 bowls have been very good.
because nerves, no matter how long you've been playing, your nerves are usually up and back. Phil, I know you're one that feels the nerves a tad.
Yeah, I do. I'm a bit fidgety, yes. Try to act calm, but inside you're a little bit tight. Bradley just wants to reach here. Gets around that. No, he's not quite around. It was probably
Perfect weight.
perfect draw weight anyway. I can't imagine Tim doing much different. No, Skip's got him to change. Yeah, wants him to cover in case the bowl gets touched, because as soon as it gets touched, it's going to move a little because it looks like it's right on the jack.
So a few young faces scattered through this southwest side, Phil, is good to see. Young.
Yeah, you know, there's plenty of young guys at the top level, but it's just, you know, getting new bowlers and new people. The young guys, when they start, they pick it up pretty well, and it's good to see them at the top level. We just need a few hundred, few thousand more scattered amongst us out there in bowls land, losing numbers every year. It's a good game, bowls. A lot of people, when they first play it, think, why didn't I start years ago? But getting them there is not easy.
I had dinner last night with a guy who didn't take up bowls till he was 81
Oh, 81.
before he took it up. He's 86 now,
Gee whiz.
so life was busy, and just wasn't until he got to that stage that he started to find time. So
Yeah. Gee whiz. 81.
so you're never too young or never too old.
Definitely not.
So Morris O'Neill
Going around the back, I think.
hails from Ongerup. I reckon he might have finished a few pointy end country weeks. I'm not sure, I can't remember his name winning, but I reckon we might have called him or seen him around on last days.
Yes, I've certainly seen Morris around the traps later in country week for sure.
Philip, I just hand me my iPad for a minute. So as much as the state, for when we get to this, is divided into 4 zones on the way through, we actually have 21 leagues scattered over the state, which divided up into 4 zones, and of course they come together, and sheep stations at stake this weekend.
Yep, we're going to end of the weekend. We're eventually going to pick great bowl. Very good.
You want to talk about AFCRI?
Well, at the end of the weekend, yes, we're going to pick the AFCRI All-Stars side to represent the country against the City Slickers Thursday night, Osmond Park, before Country Week. That's a great event. That's where all the state's best bowlers play. Fantastic competition. I've been managing that for 2 years, got a 50% record, and hoping to go 66% this year. And
So you had a win.
that's the and then that'll be the AFCRI All Stars. Thanks to AFCRI for their sponsorship at Country Week. Big thank you, obviously, this weekend too from CBH, who sponsored this live stream. Much appreciated. I think they had a pretty good year. They could. I think they're pretty happy sponsoring a lot of farmers that are here. I think it was 25 million.
Maybe a few more.
Maybe a few more.
I was talking to
Will
a
you?
guy last night, and he reckons it might sneak. You might get it. Might increase by another 1 or 2 mil
Ooh,
yet. So
I haven't counted yours yet.
No, they haven't. So nor yours. So that'll increase. So, but the thing they're really good at CBH is community sponsorship. Bowls very generous for us, but also local groups, community level. They're very good at being community. They're very community aware, and they're a big business. So they do take time to reflect back on grassroots bowls, grassroots community events. So very generous, very grateful we are.
Absolutely. No. Tim's last bowl. He's trying to add to the count. He's just under the head. Yes, rightio. Oh, got a little lucky rub. Probably happened a few times. 4. Did count that little lucky rub.
You don't have to write down how you did it.
No. Doesn't go in the score. Have we got the scoreboard going? Yes, good. That's good. We've got the right man on the score. We've got Ken. He can count. Just great. As long as they don't get any more than 5, he should be able to keep up.
So one of the questions we get asked, I'll go to the zone page. So the different leagues which make it up, and the clubs within it, and as we see Timo Meehan, who hails from the Lower Great Southern Bowling League. So they have Albany, Cranbrook, Denmark, Emu Point, Franklin, Green Range, Middleton Beach, Mount Barker Golf, and Walpole. So, yeah, they far and wide. So Borden, of course, is where Tim comes through from, as did his dad and his uncle, who are very accomplished bowlers, who those who follow Metro bowls would have seen both his father and his uncle play at Melville. And Ken, you probably played against them.
Yep, indeed. The Mio Means, terrific, lovely men. Good fellas. It was John, I might have got it wrong, was involved in one of the early bowl shops in the early days.
John and Tony, but I always get them mixed up.
Yes, so do I. Might have been Tony, actually.
The only thing in common, they're great people, I know that. They're good mates with my dad, and I used to catch up with them at the Melville Bowling Club, so terrific people. As is Tim.
See Bo Repiccioli again. A little tricky, the breeze. These fellas obviously on the ditch rink, so we've got some trees and of course the clubhouse and so on. So a little bit different probably than some of the rinks out on the other side of the green. Breeze sort of coming around the corner, if you like, of the clubhouse when they're playing away from it.
You played here?
Played here a few times, yeah. Lovely place.
Yeah.
Obviously the breeze can certainly get up as we're reasonably close to the coast, and I imagine that breeze will probably swing around this afternoon into a fairly stiff sea breeze, but at the moment, really, the conditions are almost perfect. We see now Tim Adams just doesn't quite get there. It's probably good enough for shot. A little bit unusual on the screens with the angle that the cameras are on, but that I probably would say that last bowl was the shot as we wait for Brad Ball. Southwest 2. If he arrives, he might just pinch that hole if he can get up. Not quite. Well, that just guarantees that is now shot for Southern Zone. Let's see Tim Adams try and beat his own, really. Will count or halve that wing bowl, the yellow wing bowl.
So the question we got asked earlier was the Southern Bowling Zone. What are the leagues within it? So Central Stirling, Great Southern, Lower Great Southern, South Central Urunga, South East Coastal, and Upper Great Southern. Ernie Maples is their president, and Beverly Broom vice president, and Secretary Shelley Bilney. Of course, they hosted this event last year at Albany, and couldn't speak highly enough of all the people involved and a wonderful job they did. So very, very impressed with how they run things. Very professional outfit.
See Brad Ball just cutting the head. Probably need another half metre of weight.
So Southwest Bowling Zone, they have Blackwood, Lewin, Murray districts and Southwest. Of course, they hug hug the coast. Some massive clubs. Halls Head's one of the bigger clubs within country WA, and in fact in WA, Ken. So there wouldn't be many clubs have more members than what they have here. Beautiful. They have 4 greens, although one's only the 5 rinks, but beautiful venue. Big clubhouse.
Yeah, I certainly remember the work they did. As we just see, that counts, may just fall out. I remember when they opened the clubhouse probably a decade or so ago now. Enormous amount of work that the local members did in terms of project managing the building, and saved many thousands of dollars. And of course now it's probably the largest clubhouse in clubs in WA. Would comfortably hold 400, I would have thought, sitting down. So all credit to Halls Head. Done a significant amount of work. And as I've said too, in chatting earlier before we started, it's a real shame that 4th green, which is used by the Peel Bowling Club, has only got the 5 rinks, because it'd be a fantastic venue for a nationals or side series.
Indeed. And parking seems adequate?
Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, plenty of places to stay. So, yeah, just a rink shy, of having the full side series here with both the men and the women.
So, touching back on that southwest bowling zone, Ken, so Neville Woods is the president, and Kevin Porch, who I'm not sure, hopefully he's out of hospital, he's been a tad unwell, so and they were exceptionally kind when they were running their interleague round robins of feeding through all the scores and updates on things. I was really impressed and grateful, so thanks a lot to those 2 gentlemen and the way they made it all work. Still waiting for the Eastern Zone to send in their results if Daryl Hudson's listening, so they drag their feet. Anyway,
you see Troy Wilkinson just cutting the grass a little bit, probably not 2 of his best. Not quite sure how many Southern Zone are holding here. Maybe the 2. Players generously just move out of the way of the camera. Thank you very much, chaps. Tim struggling. Needs a little bit more weight. Yep, he's gone the way of a few of the bowlers there. 7 or 8 bowls have all pulled up perfectly on line, but just lacking that metre and a half. Gary Keep looks like he's got the weight, just working hard on that breeze, just working. Gee, he's close. If that falls over, it could well be shot. No, one down. Well played, because I think it could well have been 3 or 4 down there.
Second shot's a good one to get, isn't it, Ken?
Yep. We see Timo Mia just looking to add a metre to his previous bowl. It's certainly out there. Is it going to get the turn that he's after? It's not. Just snuck past the head.
So on the other green, Ken, we've got Eastern Zone playing the Northern Zone. So different green, and the wind, they'll get a bit full use. There's no protection at all over there. Maybe a little bit from that clubhouse might peel up a couple of ends on the first couple of rinks, but I'm certainly getting full use of it down the other end. So as much as Phil's gone over there to have a squiz, and as manager of the Northern Zone, amongst other things he's doing today. So that didn't tug back, so just the one.
One shot to Southern Zone, takes them 5. Southwest 2, as you can see on the screen. So for those that know Halls Head, playing on the 2 greens that are closest to the clubhouse. Obviously Southern and Southwest right in front of the clubhouse, and North and East just to the western side. So after the first end where Southwest grabbed the 2, it's been 5 in a row for the Southern Zone. Only early days. 3 ends gone.
21 ends, so there's plenty of water to pass under the bridge, which isn't that far from where we are sitting. So it's going to be easy to tug tight on this, isn't it? If that wind sees the other side of your bowl, it's Gonski.
Well, it's interesting because
there's a little opening between the building and that last hedge, Ken. I wonder if that's sort of on these longer ends.
We haven't really seen too many players play the backhand going back towards the clubhouse, but certainly the forehand is turning quite significantly, and that's into the wind. So just getting to that apex, as you said, Doug, and once it does, then it really is ducking across the head.
Yeah, if the wind sees the other side of your bowl, it'll exaggerate the tightness. So, but you don't have to miss your grass by much, and you're going to miss the jack by quite a bit. But anyway, so they've decided that obviously been eavesdropping on you, Ken. So straight away they swing onto the other hand.
Yeah, interesting to see what this one does. Certainly the forehand was turning.
Certainly Boomer's interested, but
you're not going to get there.
Matt's way a bit far back for that weight that he's used.
Skipper Tim O'Meehan effectively goes, well, nothing is shot here, so play the hand whichever you prefer.
So, Bill?
Just switching some mics around here. Mitch is.
Radio. Can you
Check,
hear me?
Yep, all good. Radio. Hope everyone could hear us still then. We're just changing some mics as...
It's usually your job, all the technical stuff, Phil?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have a clue, mate. Don't get me to do anything like that.
I think that
Tim Adams gets close again. He's the man of the match so far. Easy.
He's just settled into it. You sort of expect a few nerves, but he's
got one close. He's got one that close every end. He's been awesome.
Might be the cameras. Some people love the cameras, and some just hate it.
I did tell them if they heard us too much and we're waffling on too much and putting them off to come over and tell us, but I think we're quiet enough here. Pretty close to the action.
Very strong on the mat is Tim. Probably a reflection of all the sports that he's played, but skips out so he can get a bit of a look at the angle, see if it's going to swoop back from that height.
It's going to usually means it's short when you do that. Yeah, it is. Yep.
If you follow it forward, you tend to be short, and he sort of went sideways, which is unusual. Brad Ball, who is short.
Swooping now. Yes, it's pretty nice. It was seemed a little skinnier, a little bit tighter that side this morning when I had a roll, but it's looks pretty kind. So obviously they've gone to that side. You guys were probably talking about that, were you?
Yeah, about they're eavesdropping on Ken, and we decided that maybe the other side would be a better one to play. Because of that opening between the building and the last of the hedge there, Phil, we decided that as the bowl starts to turn, it'll be exaggerated in how far it shifts across. This is a magnificent bowl from Moggy. So Morris O'Neill hailing from the Ongerup Bowling Club. So
ended up a magnificent bowl. I don't know whether he wanted that weight. He could have collected his own shot and flicked it out, but ended up pretty good. We'll say he played it.
So
Wilkinson's playing a little bit of weight.
So one of three family members, him and his brother and his son Luke, who's across on leading for Darren, so over on Rink 3. So quite a strong Wilkinson contingent here.
Yep. I think they play at Bunbury, don't they? Bunbury?
At the Bunbury Club. They did have a bit of a hiatus. Two of them, father and son, went out to Harvey for a bit, just to whatever reason. But so it was good. So they didn't stop playing the game. They just changed where they played it. But they've all ventured back together. So
just look across the other greens, other rinks, I should say, chaps. Looking over on Rink 1, we've got Russell Bates and Sean Brown. It looks like Russell is up 4-0 after 3 ends. Next door is the Mark Simpson, John Davidson matchup, and Simo leads that 3-0. Ones we just talked about, Darren Wilkinson and Maddie Mitchell. Again, little pole in the way. It's either a 3 or a 9. Can't quite get the southwest score.
On Rink 3?
Yep.
5-3.
5-3, yep.
5-3 it is for Wilkinson over Maddie Mitchell. And then Dave Goddard and Tim Williams. Dave Goddard also in front, 4-2 after 3 ends, and as we know, Gary Keep, the only, at this point in time, Southern Rink that's up. He leads Southwest, Tim O'Meehan 5-2. So of those, 4 of the rinks are held by the Southwest, with the only outlier is the Gary Keep rink in front of us.
And the ag board over in the corner.
Yeah, sort of, obviously all those rinks, it does say 14-8, whether that's quite up to date or not, but certainly a handy early lead to Southwest.
Long way to go.
So over on the battle of the other 2 zones, Phil, did you
I just
grab a score by any chance?
just had a quick look. I didn't actually look at the ag board because it's only early. One rink, Joel Leeson was about 8-0 up, and Easton was in front on the other 4 rinks by 2 or 3. 1 or 2.
So Joel Leeson and Des Miguel, was that
you? Yep.
match up?
Yep. It was 8-zip. I think just as I was leaving, I think Des was going to score. But I didn't really take much notice. It's a bit early. I'll go over when we're a bit further in front.
So motivational speak by their manager this morning. Did you hear what he had to say?
Yes. We had 2. We had 2 speakers. Yes, we had our new young captain, Joel Leeson.
So
gun bowler he is, and then the real motivation speech came from the old stalwart Brad King, state skipper, of course, over 60s.
So he dropped him as skipper. Who made that decision, Phil?
Dropped him as captain.
As captain, right?
No, that was my call. Yeah. I think his speeches were probably wearing off, but he did come in and imparted some knowledge and wisdom on us right at the end there, and the guys were very G'd up, the ones that were awake.
Well, you guys were chatting then. Southern Zone, another 4 shots. So that's 2 4s out of the first 4 ends for them. As we said, Southwest got out of the blocks with the first end 2, and then it's been 4-1-4 for the Southern Zone since then, and they're the rink that's
holding them together at the
holding
moment.
them together at the moment, correct?
Yep, only early days.
Like we say, 21 end game, so
yeah,
plenty of this journey left to be travelled. So the leads has been a cut even. It's been probably Tim Adams playing 2. That's probably been BOG at this stage.
BOG, I would say, yes.
Just always sort of in and about the game. Moggy O'Neill reaching's had a perhaps, he pushed his luck a bit, but it's been successful so far. But a very good bowler nevertheless.
Yeah, Keepy's been under the pump since the first end.
Yeah.
He drew a couple of great shots himself to add to the tally, and since then... I
think he's expecting a real armchair ride, but might have to row a bit harder.
He's been down most changeovers, but that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
So Phil, you played in the league in the Northern Zone this year?
I did, yeah.
So where was that hosted?
I filled in, yeah.
And where was that played?
That was played at Wanthella. That's quite a this comp's at Wanthella next year. That's a trying place to play bowls when the wind blows. The greens are quite slick and very slick. One of them in particular.
I think
they're quite nice, but they're they've got a funny breeze that blows around the clubhouse, which a lot of places do have. This one could be the same, not quite, but they play that very tricky line when the green is very fast. It draws a long way back against the breeze, it seems to, then not as much with it. Yeah, tricky. It'll be there next year, so we'll be sitting on the sidelines at Wanthella this time next year.
Tim was pretty tidy weight, but didn't quite finish in any danger zone. As
did I put him off? Yeah,
he did. Made him slide across the head a bit.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, and Borley, albeit not right on it, left himself in. He's still well and truly in the game with the setups happening so far. But you'll see Tim Adams correct here. His weight's so serviceable. Tad more of that green stuff. be easy to overcorrect, I'd suspect, Phil.
Oh, yeah, greens like this it is, yeah, very easy. Not usually as far as grass goes, mainly weight. So he's probably picked the line this time. No, he's nearly the same bowl, yeah. No correction at all. Exactly the same, just 2-3 foot shorter. I'll put the mocker on him.
So the Southwest all presented with new caps, proudly sponsored by Russell Tyrrell this morning. So they all got together, and Russell of Everest fame proceeded to hand the caps out. So they were all pretty chuffed with that, and which half of them proceeded to put in their bag and grab their traditional bucket hats and put them on. So
there's plenty of caps out there still.
Still plenty of caps. So it's always good to have sponsors. They makes this game survive and flourish. So.
We're working on a new cap this year for the All-Stars.
So, and the new name for the All-Stars this year, Phil?
Which is the AFGRI All-Stars. Thanks, AFGRI.
So, Moggy O'Neill.
Great ball from Moggy, yes.
Yep, great little effort. Sorry about referring to him with his nickname, but I'm sure everyone else does. So, Morris O'Neill, but Moggy to everyone else. So, third most important position on the rink for me, or are they all, Phil, you have a comment?
They're all pretty good. All very important at the end of the day, really. You know, you need a good lead, but you need a good 2, and it's pretty handy when you got a good 3.
You know any good leads?
No. I've gone to 2 now.
You got to right. So Ken, you're leading today. You're playing 2. Haven't looked at your rink, but I'd suggest that you'd be the smartest on your rink and the one that's most capable of counting all those, adding up those big numbers that you get.
No, I've got a doctor leading.
Yeah.
Can't remember who plays 3. That's all I'm going. And a bowls shop sales manager skippering.
All right. A rowdy one?
Rowdy Griffin.
Rowdy one, yep.
Will be skippering.
So Doc as in Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Bovell, Dr. Bovell, correct.
He leads in my side on Thursdays. Very handy.
So South Perth 1 played
South Perth 2.
Weekend?
Not much in it. We carry the Aggies again, our rink, but we're getting used to that.
Okay, so we've got Southern effectively with the back toucher here. Stretch the margin out even further.
So... And they're probably not badly positioned with the rest of them. So,
well, they've got a fair few front ones because the Jack could come forward with a big hit. So they've got a good position.
It'll be interesting to see Keepy's mindset, whether he goes, let's run at this and end this end, or whether he goes, I'll just try and draw, just keep the damage to 1.
Tim's got good weight in the counts.
So
he's playing forehand.
So he might be going quick, I suggest.
He might play a bit of weight at this. Yep.
So Ken's
not flat
picked this
out.
one. Controlled weight.
Yep.
Very close. Very close. That's a cracking shot.
Oh, he's got
Great
the shot
ball.
out. Oh, and it sat
Gee whiz.
on another bowl and probably still counts. Unlucky. Unlucky. Don't know.
Can
We
you
can have
get
a
him?
look at it. Yeah. Yep, so Tim's still got shot.
So the beauty of having shot, then second shot, and then when he did chip it sideways, he got hit one of his own bowls and then managed to pull it up. So still holding the 2, you think?
No,
or
just the
not?
1, I reckon.
Just the 1, you reckon?
Yeah.
You've got...
This one depends on the height. It's got fairly good legs. I think he's nearly drawn another one. Oh,
doesn't
probably
block,
not
doesn't,
quite.
Doesn't block. Keepy will got his weight. Played the first shot beautifully, Ken, as you called.
Yeah.
It's still there, and then if he can get hold of that, the 2 where it's going to land will be both Brad balls. So, oh no, he's calling him.
Yeah,
So
well, I'm thinking he doesn't want to get his own out. If he gets his own out, he could be 5 or 6 down. I reckon there's 1 green dot in there, the white one directly behind the Jack.
Yeah, I think it's 6 o'clock, isn't it?
Yep,
I don't think you can get that clean.
No, but he could hit
off something else.
He could hit one of the oppositions onto it.
Yep.
And the 2 or 3 short bowls
Come
are
into play.
definitely blue rings, and they could come into play. It could be big trouble if he gets his own. So I don't think he'd be doing anything too stupid.
Well, certainly a backhand he's playing.
Yeah, I think he's trying to hit and sit more than hit.
Suggest-
Well, he's
suggest
otherwise drawing it. Yeah.
Oh, I suggest he's trying to sit that bowl at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit high, wide and handsome.
He is, yeah.
No, he's done the old Snoop Dogg, Phil.
Snoop
So,
Dogg.
Had too much
Too
grass.
much grass.
So one, they've rolled out. One is
One it is.
It is.
One's a good little number when you're already on 9. So the pressure would be just mentally starting to mount, albeit a long way from home.
Give a little update of those. So furthest away from where we are is Russell
I think that question's aimed for you.
Bates playing Sean Brown, and just as I was about to give the score, John McCook went and stood right in front of the scoreboard. So looks like it's 4-0. It is. So 4-0 to Russell Bates over Sean Brown. Mark Simpson up.
4-0, is it?
Mark Simpson up 5-2 over Jono Davidson. And Matty Mitchell and
come back
Darren
in
Wilkinson is 5-6. So Matty Mitchell is up there 6-5. David Goddard playing Tim Williams, and it's Tim Williams up 4-2 after 3 ends.
That
Obviously
post would be right in your way on that other one, but I can I just guess anyway.
a few ends killed there because that's only the 3rd end, whereas the Matty Mitchell game's up to the 6th. And as we already know, here Gary keep Tim O'Meehan keeping the Southern Zone in the match 10-2.
So the text questions are rolling in. We've got, who is the South Perth singles champion?
Oh, God.
That's come in from a Peter from somewhere in the north. So we can let you know, Peter, that the winner was 1D Penman. So the runner-up, you can work
We're
out
sitting
yourself.
with right here.
Lost it on a count back. Had to play an extra end. So
Good shot.
we'll see if we can get at the awards night, we'll see if we can get the speeches live stream across the state so that you can listen to it, Pete. So geez, some good bowls there. Just cast your eyes across the green. Geez, there's some good bowls being played, as you would expect.
Rightio. Didn't mention Tim this time, but he's played a lovely line. Nice bowl, very good position. His mate Bo's got the shot, a nice spot. Bradley ball. Left-hander there, they're all playing this side now, playing the ditch side. Must be a bit kinder, I'd suggest.
Holding 3 at the moment, Southwest. Not the best of 3s, but 3 it is, with Southern Zone spraying them for the first time really in the game. See what
Morris
Tim
can do.
Tim Adams, see what he can do. Oh, Morris is so Moggy's got it. Yeah. So tell me, Phil.
Also sprayed that one high, wide, and handsome. So drawing for 4 shots here.
So Phil, you've played a few zones. Do you know how many?
No, I haven't played lots. I played bowls from a very young age and was quite selfish. But when the interleagues are on, we're on holidays in Bustleton, so I missed.
They would have choppered you in for the game, wouldn't they?
13. Well, they did once, yeah. No, they didn't. I missed 13 or 14, so I don't know how many zones.
I don't know how many I've
4
played.
4 or 5 or 6.
I played a few. I won 3. I was in 3 winning ones, so I don't remember them. Tend not to win the ones that.
Southern Zone here, boys. They're not their finest moment.
Yes.
Probably not anyone's finest moment. Bowls all over the shop, but certainly Southern Zone. 3 6-foot short, 1 4-foot long, and 2 15-foot long. So all over the shop. Wilkinson drawing to make 4. Not sure he's going to arrive. He's not going to either.
So Tim O'Meehan hasn't had to bowl under any pressure just yet, Ken, and you'd suggest that those bowls are wide enough for them not to worry him, unless if you hit Sammy, well, he was never going to come back anyway. So you don't have to get shot. When you've got a 10-1, 10-2 lead, you just need to be in the neighbourhood. Second shot would be very tidy about now.
Well, really, the second shot is probably that yellow bowl
Behind.
front of the head.
Yeah.
Front or behind.
And so, probably 2.5 feet short, 2.5 feet the other way. So really he's got 5 feet to draw a second shot.
So
but
We'll play the back
he's
end.
actually still got to do it.
Play the back end, just trying
Still
to winkle his way under
Can
those
he break their
two
hearts?
short bowls. And I don't think this is going to help a great deal. It's going to crash on the front.
It did help a fair bit, actually, Ken.
It did sneak further than I thought. And that's still two
Maybe
down.
Yeah, two. He's drawn third shot. So his weight was perfect. So Gary has to play the other side. He thinks that's better. Values all his bowls coming in. Touch anything and he counts. They're getting down on their haunches. There's clapping, so obviously he's in the count. So there's 3 down.
So
Bowl keeping.
very good bowl keeping. Good time for him to draw another one. So
Three, mate.
3.
Yep.
So that confirms. So Morris O'Neill confirms for us that it's 3 down. So
Tim had
Must
perfect weight. Let's see what he does. I think he's tightened it a bit. He's sort
he
of.
seems to be interested, but
Not
when
interested.
we walk out sideways, you
Don't
say
really
that's going to
know.
be short.
No, he's not short. He's going to miss it on the way past, but he gave it a chance.
So scores from the other green. So Eastern playing Northern, which
Yep.
after you finish with them tomorrow, they'll be Great Northern.
Yep.
But so Aaron Smith 6, Michael Ford 3 after 5, Christian Carr 7, Brad King 4 after 4, Des Miguel 3, Joel Easton 9 after 5, Ray Griffiths 10, Steve Fuster 0 after 5. So Stinger won't be enjoying that.
Will be.
He won't be. Ashley Sharp 3, L Rissinger. I don't know.
Sorry, who was in front there?
So
Stinger.
Stinger 10. Mind you, he has
You
got
said he won't be enjoying it.
No, well, Steve Fuster won't be.
Oh, you said Stinger won't be enjoying it.
Well, he will be because after he got beaten on, let the team down on the other day.
Oh, at South Perth.
Yeah, so he had plenty of good bowls left in him from what I could gather, so I've had a bit of a commentary, as you can imagine. Ashley Sharp 3, L Rissinger 4 after 6. Now, L Rissinger, I don't know him. I didn't recognise the name, so enlighten me, Phil.
Yes, well, now he is from Latham, a Perengerie. Had a really, really good carnival up there at one fella. Played awesome. So did his third. I think his third was a bit unlucky, which was let me think. His uncle is down here as a selector.
Great
Cozzy.
Great start by Boomer Gearing.
Beautiful. Cozzy's a nephew, I'd say. He had a really good weekend playing 3. I thought he might have got picked.
3 Cam.
Kept those 2 together.
4.
How many?
4.
Sorry, was that the score? So that's tightened things up.
Doesn't take much, does it?
Yeah, no, Zinger's pretty handy. Played really, really well. Good draw bowler. Very consistent. So it's his first cap, but first time he's been picked.
Oh, that's great.
He's
That's
been
fine.
knocking on the door. He should have been picked a few times, I think, before this, but
I know
quite make
some
it.
people just seem to be bridesmaids. I know we've got a guy from our league in my ex-league in Avon, Murray Seagate, who should have played half a dozen zones by now, but always seems to be the reserve. But quality person, quality bowler, but just doesn't seem to get the Guernsey. So that's good leading. So 1 on and 1 in a position that could potentially catch. So kept both bowls in the game. Holding shot, important thing to do after you've just picked up a 4. So just getting back to that Eastern versus Northern 29-20. So
29-20 was the egg score, was it?
that's the ag score. So obviously your motivational speech hasn't quite worn off yet, but maybe with time as they forget your words of wisdom that we may see a change.
My motivation speech will just start kicking in shortly.
So
and I didn't say anything. I just introduced the captain, actually.
alrighty. I did the motivational speech for Central Wheatbelt, and when they're at Manning, and didn't get anywhere near it for the first 3 games, but it wore off by day 2. So
Yeah, they came good.
then they come good.
Oh, the Southwest boys have just put a bit of pressure back on, and it's amazing how the game changes, ebbs and flows.
one end, four.
One end, yeah.
Four.
It just
Third, four. Interestingly enough,
going pretty easy at 10-2, and all of a sudden there's not much in it.
But it's a perfect start. You lead, pops one on. All of a sudden the pressure goes the other way.
Yep.
So tidy little crowd, albeit they're obviously going to be favouring the home crowd, obviously, and no doubt there are a few visitors that and family members that have come along enjoying it. But I'd suggest these are all from the southwest zone that are watching here.
Another good bowl here from Bradley Ball.
Just another twist of the knife,
Just
gives them
cut
two.
under the head a bit, ran a bit further than I thought. I thought it was a bit better than that, but
Frames it up. So Tim O'Mean, he's quite happy for Morris. No, it's another one from Tim Adams left to go. So he's asked him he can arrive through there with weight. So with the bowl or jack, he probably doesn't get a real clean look at the jack. It's more a slice if he gets the jack for me.
I tell you what, he's
gone backhand, so he's winding up.
He's winding up a bit, yeah.
So no doubt these guys skip at home, so not a shot that'll be foreign to them. But it'll be first look at playing weight, so
tight.
And as
he's got his own out.
Happens, you get your own out.
Yep.
Which sort of deepens the pain and the position. So Troy Wilkinson, forehand, green stickers, as you can see.
Back to the count. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Weight's good. Yep. Very good. Nearly gets shot out if he gets under that. Nah, it's all right. Yes, a bit bigger target, but not easy.
Interestingly,
back
he's
to the draw. Back to the draw. Needs one in the head, I'd suggest.
Yeah. So he's giving him more as something to sit on is what he's looking, is the call,
rather
than get hold of the jack.
He's trying to sit on Wilkinson's last bowl and what he could wobble in for shot there. He's waving it, so obviously it's not going to get down.
It's giveaway.
Mainly weight. Line was good. Weight was probably all right, because if you're going to glide off something, you need a little weight. Yes. Game's changed, boys.
One end. So Troy Wilkinson having a little bit of exercise for the morning, just following his bowls down.
Yeah, probably in the count. Jack high, lovely weight.
The weight has been really good from all bowlers, hasn't it? There's no one that's been left a shag on a rock
apart
hanging
from
out.
Last end, yeah, they've been pretty good. Last end was really out of the ordinary. Well, pretty big bowl here in the context of this rink. Big bowl. I think he's got a better height. Will he get down and get out? He gets under this coloured bowl of Wilkinson's as a ripper, but he doesn't quite. But wobbles around, falls in. Probably saved a couple, maybe.
It's in the neighbourhood. Might change the shape of it slightly, so if Tim O'Mean wants to play the backhand, he's now got a catcher, if not the catcher. So being in the area just gives options for your skipper. Keepy was on the live stream when he was in Tassie, actually. He was playing on the same rink.
Played really well.
He did.
Yeah.
And not just in that game, he had actually had a good series, did Gary Keep.
Yeah, they changed that side around. He was playing 3, and he ended up playing 2, and Peter Leeson come up play 3, and
both.
Apparently it worked pretty well. They both played well after that.
Yep.
Righto. What's he doing? He's certainly not going to hit it. He's not going to hit it. He's trying to draw it or cut down.
No, he's put the white flag up. We got a nut.
Jeez, I don't know about the white flag. It's a pretty good bowl. Tell you what. Could have cut a couple out.
What's your call, Ken? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think he could still be 4 down.
I think so.
Yeah.
must add in these situations, these setups, must add. You know, the opportunity to add when you're holding 4 won't come about that often.
Well, he's not adding. He's going around the back. They're going for cover. Well, I don't know whether Keepy's going for cover, but they want him to. Yeah, no, he's going just where they wanted it.
So
The call is
he anticipates
call is 2
weight.
or call is the call from Moggy was 2 or 3 down.
I think he might add
I think
one
he wants.
more.
I think he wants him to play a little more weight this time. I can't see him doing much. 4 down. 4 down. Right.
4 down. I don't think Tim's interested in playing too much weight. But the call is sound. It is if you push them through, rock them over, and you stay.
Well, I don't know what he was going to do with the last weight he was playing. He could only. I couldn't see him doing.
Yeah,
anything.
I thought it was just a non-weight.
Yeah,
It was trying to cold draw it.
this is much better. There's still not enough weight to get shot. Unless he rubs off his. You tell what he's going to tip it in. He's nearly get shot out of it. He did.
He did. 1.
Yep. Luck's the fortune. Luck is the fortune. Played perfect weight, didn't he?
As you said. I thought it was a little bit wishy-washy, but no, you got the result.
Oh,
Get your own ball up and
that
over.
That was lucky.
But funny, you do see line length and luck.
Yep.
Just a little message through to Mitch. Just have to reboot the scoreboard. Here we go. One more to Southern.
Yes, well, that was a big turnaround, that shot there, because holding 4 would have made them 10 all. As it is, they skip out to 5 in front, the Southern team. That's bowls.
So, Bo Rapicelli has decided he'll keep that mat. I mean, for good reason.
Pretty good start from Bo. I'd suggest very good start.
So now they're favouring this side, as Ken suggested earlier, that this is the friendlier side to be bowling on. So it's now the side of choice.
I didn't know we were speaking that loud, but they did take his advice.
They haven't tapped into me and you. They've only tapped into Ken, Phil.
Yeah, well, played in a singles final at South Perth, you've got to be pretty good.
Was 20 all a moment ago across the boards in the aggregate, but looks like Southwest again have just skipped out to 29-21. Bring those individual Rink scores to you in a moment.
One Rink's up 10. The Rink next door's Southwest young David is up 10-2. As Tim Adams gets his eye back in again and draws a very good second shot.
He's enjoyed this Rink, hasn't he?
He has, yes. He's put one of the stars of the competition under a bit of pressure in Bradley Ball. Won't get here, mates, the call from the skip, and I think he could be right. You good judge that, skipper. Need you here, righto, Tim. Tim needs to be behind the head this time.
So he wants him to count and cover. So 2 for the price of 1. So we'll see if it means you just reach. Doesn't matter if you overcook it. Just don't be short. Not that they are going to spend 5 minutes telling them that story. These guys know what the job at hand is, and so they'll do it. Swoop back from there, Ken?
Not quite, but I think it just beats that wide yellow one, which it will. Probably needed a couple of feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
And
weight.
with that grass, a couple of feet would have been a bit handier.
Yeah, would have worked back where Skip was chasing it. Still
Yeah.
a lot of good too. Not easy to get at with his swinging forehand. Yeah, Gary keeps interested though. Clears that front bowl. He's very close.
Not going to clear it.
Doesn't quite.
No. Who put that there?
Doesn't quite.
He just said.
Yep, still looking to get back to that yellow bowl at midday.
So it's simply count, but if you can add a foot to your count and then cover it the same thing, that'll be more value. Especially if they decide they want to wind up slightly on that side of the green and get hold of the jack. Morris nearly gets the job done.
Two bowls in the same spot there, but could
So
have
we'll
been
see
a
what
metre past.
Troy does.
Interesting call here. It's
Weight?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, a lot of weight.
Oh,
Ooh,
dear.
talk about luck.
Oh dear.
It's their turn for some. It's their turn for a bit of luck.
Strange enough, probably 3 down still.
No, one. Keep
That's
cool.
all. If
Keep
that's us
cool,
in
one.
front here, that's shot call bowl.
Those two bowls we were talking about, Ken, look like they could have been in the count, but they're not.
They're not?
They're not giving. Well, they're not giving us that indication. They're calling it as one.
Okay.
Not too bad, is it? Going to get there?
It's fading quickly.
Once it turns with that wind funneling.
Oh, pretty telling. Got a little bit of luck, which is fair enough after the last end. But can Troy just twist the knife a bit by drawing a nice close one here? I don't know whether he's going to make it.
So I think the hardest shot in the book, flat out drive and then to try and pull it back to a draw where the jack's off the line.
Yeah.
Not easy at all.
That's right. That change up's always difficult when you're changing two things. These guys are good enough to do it, but it doesn't make that any easier a task, does it, Ken?
Well, it's interesting to see what the tactic is here. If they could, I think going to move that. I'm sure Gary Keeper will be up to the task, but if they can move that back bowl only probably 6 inches, that'll almost make 5.
Yeah, well, he's not playing that side, and he's playing this side, and he's short like the rest of them.
Oh,
They're
dear.
actually getting shorter.
Yep, that's not the answer, that one.
Actually getting shorter and shorter.
I'm not sure he read the shot selection too well there, but
Yeah, it's definitely, look, it's not easy. He has to go between the red bowl
yeah.
and the two green bowls of the southwest, but if he could find a way through, it's,
Well, even
it's worth 5 or 6.
On the backhand here, Kenny's got all his own bowls coming up. He could run into them and make them count.
Indeed.
It's too late. Keeps
So
drawn
Troy
shots.
seems to think that's going
It's,
to arrive a bit too early, and it does, so it continues through.
Now,
Now,
this is
important.
where your third, I think, can come into play
No,
here.
he's on the mat too late. He's bowling. He's bowling, mate.
Yeah, it's...
So it's 2 looks at the same shot, but
missed a trick there.
absolutely there's an opportunity for a number, which would have been critical time of the game.
He's definitely played better weight. Have to be in the count only because it's
Number
shot.
1.
Yes, so that's a pretty good result anyway. It's better than just missing trying to play a fancy shot, I presume.
So Keepies gets 2 looks at as well, so he's got a chance to redeem.
Yeah, he hasn't got as much room.
Loses a metre, and he'll be somewhere there.
Hasn't got as much room this time. He's got to get past that. He's got to get past that, but he might be
Needs
under
a
the
jack.
little white thing. Just under it a bit too far, or not.
Funny game bowls.
Foul out. Yep.
Yep.
Unlucky.
1 to Southern.
Yeah. So apart from that little glitch where they dropped that 4, they've controlled the game pretty well. Yeah, it moves. It's moving around. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, he moves it.
Oh, no. This is because it's not down. There's only one leg.
You want to let him know?
All right, let's have a look across the other rinks. Gives us the opportunity. There's a couple of scores are
Wow.
changing, so looking the furthest rink from where we are currently sitting, which that's A1. It's Russell Bates, Southwest, playing Sean Brown of Southern. And it is Russell Bates up 10-1 after 7 ends. Mark Simpson playing Jono Davidson. Mark Simpson up 7-2 after 6 ends.
I think it's Jono Davidson from Albany Club.
Yep. And then we've got Darren Wilkinson and Matty Mitchell. That's a close one by the looks of things. I think it's Wilkinson 8, Mitchell 9. And then looking at the David Goddard, Tim Williams game, we've got 2 Southern Zone bowlers standing right in front of the scoreboard. So I'll give you that one in a moment. And of course we've got here Gary Keep 6 and Tim O'Meehan 12. And I'll bring in the Dave Goddard, Tim Williams score as soon as the Southern boys get out of the way. You can see they played 5 ends. Oh, in fact, there's a margin. So it's Dave Goddard 10. They've got a 10, Tim Williams 2 after 5 ends. And it would look like Goddard is holding shots to add to that 10. So the aggregate, probably aggregate's not up to date, but best part of 9 or 10 favouring Southwest.
So Dave Goddard, as we skip across onto that rink, you're just enlightening us on. He pushed very deep in the state singles, Ken. Very fine singles player, good bowler.
Yeah,
good
and does every year, Doug.
Yeah.
Certainly one that's on the high performance radar. Good player, does well in state events, and has done well, particularly in singles. So as he holds his head in concern, he just popped his own shot ball out.
But it was pretty much only in and out, so...
Yeah, we'll have a look at it in a moment. We'll bring that into
Yep.
that end to you in a moment as we watch our own game here. And Southwest looks like it has shot. Just a few little wiggles on the cameras as the stand that the camera is sitting on has come loose. So Mitch and handyman Phil Manning just down there and making sure that that's locked into place.
I'm not sure much can go wrong with Phil in charge down there, Ken.
Well, so hence the camera angles will just stay locked for a moment while that gets sorted out.
Oh, that ball flops over. So Borley probably a tad unlucky. He wasn't far off the mark there. Sits the Southern ball over and thinking that it's shot, which changes the next shot. So Morris O'Neill or Moggy he'll swing onto the forehand. That'll swoop back well and truly from on that side with the breeze where it is. There is a hedge behind us, but so wind will get the other side of the hedge and it'll have a bit of an impact. So they'll swoop late on that side. Got to make sure you've got the hide out there. And right on cue, tugs it slightly tight, although there is a gate, and pulls up shortish. Not an easy shot, but it is the shot to play. So Troy Wilkinson. Probably fortunate they didn't drop all the Wilkinsons just on the same rink, Ken.
Okay, so we can get a good look at the boards now. I won't go through the players' names. So Southwest being named first, so it's 10-1, 7-2, 8-9, 11-4, and our rink here 6-12. So handy lead to the Southwest.
So
After about a third of the way through the game. So most rinks are on 6 or 7 ends.
So take 2 from Morris O'Neill. Same shot, same opportunity. So he had to adjust his weight by add a bit to it and go a bit higher, which he's done, but it's just going to hold up. So he'll leave the head untouched and still be just the one down. Here we go, Ken. Oh, Phil. Melania right on cue. Scores radio. Score update. So, Phil, this is we're hypothetically for this bottle of red. So I'll wait for you to sit down so you don't miss
It's
anything.
not hypothetical, mate.
Not hypothetical, radio. That's the brand name.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same aisle and next to Grange. So we've got Aaron Smith 9, Michael Ford 3 after N7, Christian Carr 13, Brad King 4, and Brad King, of course, was
I put him down as 7 last score, so obviously I mucked that up.
N6. Yeah, so he hasn't scored since we saw him last. So Kingy, that was probably still reeling from
speech.
Yeah, still reeling from your speech. Desi Miguel 4, Joel Easton 13 after 9, Ray Griffiths 12, Steve Fuster 0. So he obviously was listening to your words. And Ashley Sharp 4, great bowler is Ash Sharp. I rate him through the roof. And Rissinger 9, so he's debut going really well after 9 ends. So aggregate
very good.
42 and then 29 to Northern Zone. So I'm not sure. They may make the larger size bottle, but we'll just check that out later.
No, it's only 13. Oh, no problem. Yep. Just like to make the Eastern boys feel well. They travel a long way. Make them feel good about themselves. Don't worry. We'll always come home.
Flew them in.
Yep.
So they're fresh for this first game, knowing how important it was.
Yeah. Good head here, boys. You've set up since I've been away. The pole was going to fall over with the camera on it. Had a couple of pins missing out of it. Was that good or lucky, or how would that work out? Ken, have you been watching?
I have just
No, a little bit difficult with the camera angle that we've got. So
now that camera's been distorted.
Yeah, well,
It was pointing at this game.
got it straight. Certainly, Wilkinson's calling Gary Keep just to rattle through the head on the backhand. So I'm guessing there are a few down. Brad Ball giving
that white bowl should be shot. That's green.
Brad Ball giving his opinion, and unsurprisingly, Brad's pretty keen for him to rattle through the head. As classic Brad Ball.
Loves to reach.
Now we've got
I
3.
don't know whether it's a rattle, but it's
we
a
need
reach.
we need the leader. Here he comes. That's good. Now we've got all 4 of them.
Yeah.
So trying to work out what to do here.
4 different opinions, but you only got one bowl, so we'll see whose opinion he values here.
Yeah, I think he'll play forehand here. Well, there's certainly
So
there's a pathway in on the forehand, and the backhand. Gosh, he's got a lot of stuff in the way.
I can't play backhand.
No. You'd think not if he wants
Just
to.
trying to listen in here to Gary. What's his plan?
Should have told us on the way
Oh, he's
past.
holding, but it looks backhand. It is.
Yeah, it is backhand. Oh, he's just going to run into the pack. I just can't see what he's doing there. But anyway, obviously he's down, Ken. The white bowl is the opposition's. No, he's not rattling. He's, don't know. But he's just, he must be holding a few.
He's not far away from whatever he.
He must be holding a few.
It's Wilkinson's bowl that goes up, the multicoloured bowl.
Yeah, so
Let's have a look.
obviously he's holding a few.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
2, and they'll measure for 3.
I see. That's 3.
3 it is.
Yep.
3 it is.
Yep.
So the Nationals side series in Perth this year, Ken?
Yep, looking forward to it. It's hopefully grass greens at Aussie Park will be up and about in sort of mid to late October. That's always a challenge to getting 4 grass greens all running well. Hopefully the winter is kind to us and kind to the greenkeepers.
More
but
rain, the better.
they're well aware of it, though, Aussie Park guys, so I'm sure they'll turn out, as they always do, 4 cracking greens for the over 60s and the open sides.
Under 18s?
Yeah, well, of course, they're a little easier. They're at Mount Lawley.
Good start, Boomer.
And the Paras up at North Beach. We know that'll run like the wind
Lightning.
in October. So no problems with Mount Lawley, and certainly Mount Lawley and North Beach. And hopefully the winter is kind to Aussie Park to get those grass greens up and going. Interestingly enough, as well, just sorted out during the week, we'll have our Victorian brothers coming over and playing a test series, probably 3 tests. The week prior to the AFL Grand Final, so the 3rd week of September. I did that a couple of years ago when they came over, brought their men's and ladies open sides over to Sorrento, had a good run there, doing the same thing. So
2 good bowls, Boomer. Don't want to crack it too hard.
So we'll welcome the
did.
Vicks.
What a shame.
Welcome the Vicks over in that 3rd week. They'll probably fly over on the Friday evening and then play 2 games the Saturday, 1 the Sunday morning, and then back home Sunday afternoon. So that'll be a good hit out for our open sides.
Yeah, perfect. So thank you to Victoria. So being, especially if you're from this zone or if you're in any of the adjoining leagues, it's an opportunity to see the best bowlers.
Let them in there. Good bowl, Boat.
Not just in Australia, but actually in the world, as we have such high rankings. But so an opportunity not to be missed. And we will have some country representatives, what we tend to do. So Brad King was player of the series for the over 60s, and as much as he's not necessarily enjoying today so far, but there's still plenty of games and plenty of ends within that one. Still reeling from the fact that he wasn't made captain of the northern side. Just misses slides underneath, so. Rightio, so Tim Adams, arguably BOG still. He's been very solid, hasn't he, Phil?
He has, yeah. He went off when I talked him up there at one stage, but he's back on track again.
So offset jack.
Yep. Foot tapped on the ground usually means it's pretty good. Tap, tap. Usually likes. People like it when they bowl like that. Let's have a look at it.
Good call.
Yeah, yeah.
So question to you, Phil. Obviously we're watching a Rink of South West and South. Who and how does the Country All-Stars side get picked?
We have each zone has a selector here today, wandering around looking at the players. They'll meet at lunchtime. They'll have lunch and then probably meet during the first few ends of the Savo, and then after the last game they'll meet again and just throw around their thoughts and obviously what they generally do, I think, is say, oh, I've been watching this guy who's been going pretty good. Keep an eye on him, so especially someone a little bit different. It's pretty hard to pick a side out of this much talent, like it is picking any side, stateside. So yeah, four selectors, Kent. They probably come with some ideas in their heads already, obviously perceived ideas, because they know the players, especially from their zone. Hopefully they're objective enough to look at everyone across the board.
So no limits on the zone?
No, pick the best side.
Best
That's
side
how you should pick it, which is we're
Yep.
trying to talk the ladies into doing.
The brief is simple. Give us the best side.
Best side,
See what they
yep,
can do.
yep. The city boys want to play the best side. They don't.
Yeah, I was involved
they
in
don't-
some chat about selection for the Metro side during the week.
And
I know Peter Harris has chatted a lot online with last year's selectors. Of course, they're not selectors yet because those positions are vacant.
Vacant at this stage.
But obviously we had to pick a side, so certainly conferring with Russell Bates and Lindsay Thorne. And they've probably got 95% of the side squared away.
Yep.
The next port of call, of course, there would be just to make sure those players are in fact available, and I think Pete will make some contact with that group on Monday. And they have a couple of reserves, obviously, up the sleeve should anything happen. Of course, a little bit, in some cases, a little bit more difficult for the Metro side because a lot of them will play the Thursday pennants and then have to jump in the car and race up to Aussie Park to play the Country Metro game. always one to look forward to. You know, some of the younger players can show their wares in front of as traditionally a big boisterous crowd at Aussie Park.
Sort of one of probably is it the highlight of the country calendar, Phil, or not? Or it's just one of many.
Yeah, well, Country Week's the highlight. It's the best competition in the state to play in, really.
Country All Stars, you know.
Oh, it's also these guys really strive to be in the side. It's a great honour, and they love it, and they play against
the best.
You know, some of the best in the West, and so most of the state boys are involved, and then obviously up and coming and people with potential. The city sides, we don't beat them very often. They're pretty strong.
I remember playing in a couple of them like you've, and might have played overlap with you one time, but for me, I remember playing a rink, and we played against Cody Packer, Shane Knight, Matty Ayres, who was runner-up in the Australian, in the AO singles, and then Tommy Mitchell. So that was daunting. Just lucky I didn't know
Who they were.
But yeah, so they put up a good fight.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, you got them in the end, didn't you?
You got them in the end.
Yeah. Played. I remember you telling me they played some of the best bowls you've ever seen in your life, but you got them.
Yeah. So, but I was surrounded by some pretty tidy players with Mark Wannenberg, good mate. Warren Holt, probably as good a country bowler as I've had the pleasure of playing with and or against.
Yep.
Although I have played with you, Phil, but I didn't sort of go down that far on the list, but
No.
you certainly were in the top half. And then a guy from Mount Barker Golf. So yeah, Garbellini. So Peter Garble. Anyway, so you're playing in when you got surrounded by a company like that.
Yeah.
It's always going to be competitive. You win any of yours?
Yeah, myself. Yeah, you got me. I was on the mat. I led, and a bloke by the name of
Wow, that's fortunate.
Unfortunate. I'll have to think of you, Calabaran.
Kunji Main?
No, not Kunj. No, long time ago. We played at Bridgetown. We played Katunarich, Robbie Ball, might have been Norm Pascoe, and I forget the lead. And Katunarich drew.
Easier draw than what I got.
Katunarich drew the shot on his last bowl, and we beat him 43-10.
43-10.
And if he hadn't drawn it, we would have beaten him 47-9.
So
Keith Donkin was the skip. Colin O'Brien played 3. Bill McClellan 2, and I led. It wasn't a bad victory, yeah.
Mind you, I've had the pleasure of having a bit to do and playing against Keith Donkin.
Donks, and he's unreal.
And I played the same rink with Colin Flay in Metro, so couldn't meet nicer people or better bowlers.
Blokes, yeah.
So what did that just be, the one, Ken?
Yeah, as we're talking about ourselves here.
Yeah, so that...
Well, a couple of clubs took the opportunity last year, forward-thinking clubs, Manning and South Perth. So the Thursday night, of course, prior to Country Week, is the big Country Metro game, but the following night last year, South Perth hosted Manning in a Premier League fixture, and there would have been probably 200 who actually watched the game, all country bowlers who were looking for something to do that evening. So just a magnificent night. And so they'll reciprocate again this year. So on that first Friday night, Manning will play South Perth at Manning.
Yep.
Obviously, both those clubs hold pre-events, welcome fours and so on events. So no doubt expecting a big crowd. And given where the two sides are at the moment on the table, that will be a crucial game.
Far from a dead rubber, that one. So you've pre-warned them to make sure the fridge is full?
Yeah, good foresight from both clubs, though. I remember last year's, of course, it was just a perfect night on the synthetic. Might be a little bit different if they play on the grass. But, yeah, look, that's utilise the country boys while they're there, give them something to watch.
And two of the more successful forward-thinking clubs that I've seen in the Metro, those two?
Well, I know every year South Perth do take the advantage, and it starts next Sunday, but we have our club pairs final on normally on that Friday night of Country Week, and similarly get a really big crowd to watch. So yep, good thinking. Both those clubs
absolutely.
making advantage of the country boys while they're down.
Two good presidents as well, Ryan Havercroft and
John
Steve
Carter,
Salomon.
John Carter's the president.
John Carter's the president.
Yeah, Johnny Carter president this year,
Well, there
first
you go.
time in. So
JC,
doing a terrific job.
one of the nicer blokes I've ever met playing the game, I'd suggest, with JC. I had the privilege of playing with him when he spent some time before he went to the dark side when he was at Aussie Park.
Yeah, I play with him on Thursdays. He's our 3. He's very good. Lovely.
Nice shot
How's
here.
that? Great shot.
Yeah, good bowl, Bradley ball. Just cut underneath, but he's got shot.
At some stage, Ball, he'll rip this game open. Maybe it's the start of it. So anyway, that gives him something to sit just behind Jack.
Well, it's actually interesting with his placement. Southwest playing as a 2. Brad's renowned as a through the head player. A big shot, particularly a big drive. Don't really get many opportunities as a 2 to play that shot.
He's a good draw bowler. Don't worry. Very good.
I saw him win the state pairs, and he can draw like steam. But you are right. He's sort of wouldn't waste talent, not being disrespectful to the selectors or anyone that he's playing with. They're all great bowlers, but he certainly has all the shots.
Just highlights you talk about selection, Ken. Just highlights the problems when you play 2 or 3 in the lead-up competitions in your league side. You probably haven't got much chance of going on because people like Brad Ball, who probably skipper, then come back and play as a 3. So,
but in saying that, the selectors know the ilk and the cut of his quality. That if they're going through, and it won't necessarily be the skips coming down to 3 and 3s coming down to 2.
Well, it happens.
It does. Yeah, actually, it does happen a lot. But in the case of Brad Ball, I suspect that they'll have to be very good to roll him out of a team. But we'll see. We're not selectors. You're not doing selecting. You got Scoggy doing your selecting.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, it's interesting. Days gone by, back in your early sort of state rep times, Phil, how you had designated leaders who pretty well led their entire career, particularly for some of the bigger clubs. You look at how that's changed. Our side series that went to Devonport, 3 leaders. Billy Brandsma, Clive Adams, and Scotty Walker, all skipper for their club sides and do a terrific job in doing it. You think back to the many years ago, I suppose when WA were dominant. You had your Joe Rodens, your Vic Andrasevich, some of those old Yugoslav Aussie Park players.
Jeff Aduk he probably
Jeffrey
played up
Aduk.
the line, but he was a real. But it's like
they were absolute leaders. They led for their club, and then they went and led for their state. So, it's an interesting way how that's moved now. And everybody, if you're going to play bowls at a high level, you need to draw. So if you can't draw to a jack, well, you shouldn't be there.
Yeah, maybe a good idea or a policy shift and pick leaders to lead for a start.
Hard to say that. So,
but Scotty Walker's like a
player of the series,
professional leader, isn't he?
Well, he is for the state side, but that said,
I know he
skippers for Manning and always has for South Perth when he was there. So but again, I think at the end of the day, a lot of the sides now are picked on their performances in state events. Yeah. So if you go well in the state event, well, that's it puts you in front of the queue to get a Guernsey for the rep sides.
Which is
but I suppose Scott has led for so long. He just seems like a dedicated leader, even though he's not. Yeah, it just seems like one.
And play the series.
It's his best spot. He's very good.
Yeah,
I've seen him play unreal.
Does that mean that he's not a good skipper?
No, it doesn't mean he's not a good skipper. No, but I think he's a good skipper, but I think he's a better leader.
Yeah. Fair call. And play the series.
And I played with him for 2 years. I played with Scott for 2 years as my skipper. And no, he's a good skipper for sure. Jeez, I've seen him play as a lead. He's just phenomenal. Hard to beat.
Yeah, so just a different way of selecting sides. And I think in those old days, you had your Aussie Parks and your Coburns, probably to a lesser degree, Double View. Even the old days of WA Yugoslav, where they were high and sort of dominant in panic bowls.
Scarborough.
Yeah, probably to a lesser degree. It was probably, strangely enough, some of those, Croatian sides, really, the Aussie Parks and the Yugoslavs, that had these, Joe Rodens and Vic Andrusevich and so on, who just led, and that's what they did.
Good ball, yeah.
Sure enough, when their skipper, a Steve Shroy or a Peter Sardelic or whoever it might have been, says, well, I want him as my lead because he leads for our club and nobody can beat him.
Yeah.
So just a different philosophy, I suppose.
That's why they picked leaders, I suppose. Guys like that gave him the directive. I want him. He can lead in the state side. He's a good enough.
Maybe you mentioned earlier on, and just one of those classics who seem, and might be wrong. And Pete, if you're up in the room, tell me if I'm wrong. But Norm Pascoe, they just lauded as a state two. Just dominated games from the two positions. So whether he played for his club, which I think was probably Bedford in those days.
Bedford, he did play Bedford, yeah.
What position he played, I'm not sure, but gee, I've heard so many of the old timers say that we won side series because of great twos.
Yeah, well,
Norm Pascoe was one
they
of
used to say in those days that's the first person they picked.
Yep,
was the two.
So, update from the Eastern versus Northern one. So, Aaron Smith 12, Michael Ford 4. Seems to be locked on that. I'd suggest it's not a favourite number. That's after 10 ends, so they're sort of halfway or thereabouts.
Yep.
Christian Carr 15. King still reeling from being dropped as captain of the side. 15-4, so he's
Still
got
4.
stuck on the 4 after 8 ends. Desi Miguel worse, he's stuck on 2. Joel Leeson, who's
2.
apparently Joel Leeson is 7. Well, not apparently, he's 17-2, so he's supposedly playing absolutely
he's
cracker.
good
He's
player.
a great bowler.
We'll be
After
watching
11.
him the Savo.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll find out.
Stinger Griffiths 12. Steve Fuster
Must have
2.
scored 2.
So Fuster on 2. So you reshuffle any of these sides, Phil?
No, we're going all right. Don't
Going
panic.
right.
It's a long way to go. It's only halfway through the game.
Sharpie 4, Rissinger 11, 10. And so I'll just Google Dan Murphy's and give us your credit card, and I'll send Melania down there to do the shopping
Don't
for
need
us.
a credit card, mate. I've got enough change in my console.
Obviously, big console.
Not going to be a very expensive bottle. You never bought me one when we were beating you all the time.
I was speaking of Brad King. I don't think Phil's dumping of him as captain may be one of the reasons. He went to the races last Saturday with a whole stack of South Perth boys. Of course, given they had the day off of penance, and all he could talk about were the winners that they kept backing race after race after race. So I think Bradley said he had 5 out of the 9 on the day, all saluted. So my feeling is he's probably looking to get to the TAB at lunchtime rather than worrying about whether the Northern Zone beat Eastern Zone.
So am I. I got a horse running today.
What's this called?
Well, so Stony Silence, you're going to tell us what it is and it's got any chance?
Oh, it'll win. Don't worry about that.
So
okay.
So you're right. You get all your tips from Peter Harris. He shares all his tips, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, Harris never gives me one.
He gave me one day, and I made a mistake of backing it.
I'm just going to put $2 on it before everyone else gets on it and blows it out of the water. What price are we? Oh no, shortened. Could have backed it a bit. Oh golly gosh.
Shortened into double figures probably, knowing the stuff you've got.
Race 8. Race 8, number 7, lucky 7, Dennis Chew. Paying $5.50.
Yeah.
Didn't perform all that well. Back from a spell, didn't perform all that well. Second up last week, 2 weeks ago, but first up was awesome. And hoping to have a collect today.
So Bo Repshelly, he may just stay a bit on the high side. The flags tell us the winds sort of stayed about the same since we've started calling, Ken?
Yeah, still coming from that same sort of southeasterly direction. I think the further out, we're on the ditch rink here, A5, but I think the further out you go, it's probably affecting the bowls even more so than this. A little bit protected here on A5 with the building and the hedges and so on.
So Brad Ball has given them shot, and he's put it in a position where it's forced the southern guys onto the other hand, which hasn't been the weapon of choice, Phil. No. They've preferred to play this side of the green. Like we say,
see how Tim can handle it.
Although it's not as long, but it's still getting used to that breeze as it gets to the swooping position. So Tim's showing real interest here.
Yep.
This is a great bowl.
Yeah, what a bowl, mate.
That's a great switch.
Yes, good bowl.
Has been using this side
And a toucher.
and a toucher. Doesn't really matter who's got shot because they don't count until the last bowl comes down, Phil.
No. Gee, the rink next door's blown out. 17-4. Dave Goddard's got a rattle on there.
Tell you, chaps, what else is blown out, and it's the length of time these games are taking. We started at 9 o'clock. It's best part now of 11 o'clock, and we're
Halfway.
not halfway through yet. So we take another couple of hours onto that. We're talking 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I said that you'd be playing before we get off here.
Oh, no doubt. 1 o'clock, and they looking at my program here.
I suppose it wouldn't matter if you
They
got there a
were
bit late.
looking to start the round 2 at 1 o'clock.
I
So we're
wouldn't.
probably an hour behind, I would have thought.
I wouldn't be second guessing the traffic on the Saturday before school starting on the Monday, Ken. I think maybe might keep an eye on that.
It probably wouldn't matter if he was 4 or 5 ends late.
Well, who's going to do the card?
Oh, anyone could do that.
No, well, the doctor, you can't read a doctor's writing, so
No.
so it's Jeff. What's this? Bovell,
Bovell, yes.
Bovell,
Yeah, so no one can read a
As
doctor's
in,
handwriting, so he can't do it.
as in Bovell Pies.
Yeah, righto. So he can't do it. I forget the rest of the team, but
Well, I don't know whether they would score without Ken being there. Perhaps so it probably wouldn't matter.
Yeah, anyway, as I said, this is the 9th end on the ring.
Well, we
next
have
door.
we've had one dead one here.
Yeah, and I think
First
other
end
rinks
was dead.
Yeah, other rinks have had it as well, and the
Yeah.
green's running reasonably freely. So,
Yeah.
but they certainly won't be starting the next game at 1 o'clock.
No, they're not.
If they get the next game started at 2 o'clock, it'll be a little closer.
oh,
Yeah, great bowl.
so Tim acknowledges how good a bowl it was, but that probably has left him one down. But it still gives him second shot and a really good catcher. So far from disappointed. Bowls in the head is what this game's about, and they don't count to the end. So you don't have to have shot. You just have to have some sort of position so you can get shot.
Just peeking over the far side, chaps, after looking at the big board, we've gone through some individual scores, but the big board now, after 50 ends, we've got Southwest 64 and Southern Zone 37.
Yeah.
So really kicking away now.
Yes, well, 17-4 next door.
So
14-1 on the far rink,
So Troy Wilkinson plays a cracker, leaves them holding
13,
two.
there's 20, 25 shots.
So shot bowl just in front, second shot jack high. So the aim will be get to that second shot, maybe get it on the inside and use the shoulder.
Got it.
Or he's played that
Yes.
super well. Anyway,
Got
opened
his-
it up. So
got his
Tim's got a really
shot.
good look at it either hand now, and a catcher. If he does, either way, if he slices it using a backhand or if he gets hold of it on his forehand, he's got ideal catches. So acknowledging his second and his third as he crosses over, he'd be reasonably happy. It'll all be one down.
Speaking of bowls in the head, I did have the privilege of playing with a bloke by the name of Peter Sedalic a little bit in some trials, and he gave me some advice when I was leading for him. He said, "Phil, you don't get shot. You just get close. I get to the shot.
So that's
You
right.
just get close, Phil." In other words, bowls in the head.
Yeah, absolutely.
See the Southern boys next door, who were 17-4 down, picked up a tidy 4 themselves. It'll help. Bit of confidence, get
Are you-
themselves
are
back
you-
into the rink.
Yeah, so it's 17-80, you're saying?
It will be 17-8
Oh,
on 10.
right. Well, that just makes it look a bit nicer and makes them feel a bit better about themselves, obviously. Keepy trying to add to the total. He's pretty good in this situation, Gary. He's very good at drawing when he's got a little bit of room and a bit of an incentive, and he's played a Big bowl again, just to ran through a little bit. Maybe. Pretty handy draw bowler here. I think
So
he's
it's
won
worth-
over 60s twice.
sorry.
Over 60 singles twice.
So the call is to Tim from his third is that it's worth 3. So
Righto. Haven't seen a lot of aggression from these guys.
no, it hasn't been.
These are the shots they have to nail, though.
That's right. These are
They
the
work
big
their way
shots.
back into the game.
Yeah. Oh, to get the team back in the aggregate, but
Yeah,
he's
I don't think he's got the weight that his third was anticipating.
no, he's really doing
It's just a nothing weight, really. So starts high, stays high. So 1.
Yep.
Progresses the score a little bit closer.
I didn't see the call, Ken, but
Yeah, I did.
play the weight you thought he was going to play?
No, I didn't. He was told to whip that
Yeah.
Jack High ball out, and they had 3 seconds, but
Hmm.
he tried to draw it, and it's so
One.
more to Southwest,
Yep.
11-12. So
I'm going to take a quick break. Leave you blokes to it.
if you cruise past Denise, you might be able to go and see. Grabshoe's got the notebook, and you might be able to just give us a little score update because they'll be, sort of 13. Absolutely, I am.
Tightened up
You're
now.
never usually interested.
I
Now
was-
you're interested in the
Yeah,
Northern
well,
Zone.
I'd need to know, so
Are
I
you in
can-
front or something?
Absolutely, and I'd something that's already aged, so I can take lid off, let it breathe for a little bit.
Tightened up now. Southwest grabbing 5 of the ends, of the 11 ends. So 5 to the Southwest, 6 to the Southern Zone. Represented by the scores, 11-12. 3 fours. We had 4 for the Southern Zone on the 2nd and 4th end, and a 4 for the Southwest on the 6th end.
Which is interesting in a low-scoring game that you've just had those 3 little blips on the radar. But anyway, and you're going back through our previous winners, and we were going before and highlighting how it's been sort of pretty even, the spread from 12-9, 12-16, with Southwest holding the advantage. But there's been some mini runs within all that. Southern got 3 in a row, 87, 88, 88, 89 and 89, 90. Northern in 92, 93, 93, 94, 94, 95. So those Northern got a bit of a run on there for a while. And then the biggest one has been Southwest. 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19 and 19, 20. So 4 in a row. So that's a standout run that we've seen. We've seen some multiples of 2 and then the occasional 3. But that's been about it. Just sort of highlights that no matter numerically how big you are, it's a case of the cream still rises to the top, and the cream from any of the zones is as good as the cream from any of the other zones, and that's highlighted in the fact that it's spread 1 apiece over the last 4 years. So as much as one team can go back to back, it's a case of hasn't been long between drinks for the other zone. So a great competition. Seen some superstars come out of these areas. Currently, we've still got Gary Caffel playing, who's playing 3.
3 to Russell Bates,
And
and winning by a
Russell
lot.
Bates here, former player of the series. Has had a little chat to him during the live stream. Great player, and the incumbent chairperson of selectors for the state side. But of course, that'll be decided a little bit down, a few more weeks down the track. A good people, very strong people person, knows how to talk the talk, and obviously has played 20-odd state games, so can play it as well. Has at least 1 state title to his name that I've watched, so Campbell. So his partner in crime was Brad Ball on that particular day in the state pairs. Got over very highly fancied Clive Adams and Cody Packer. I played at the Osborne Park Bowling Club and I watched it during the COVID era, but we're lucky enough to be able to sneak through. Probably not as badly affected as some of the other states can during that COVID journey. Still had its challenges, but we seem to get through our seasons okay.
Yeah, very fortunate. Just looking at these 50 occasions that the zone's been played since 75-76, the first one in Cunderdin. Only 4 have been played in the Murray League. which surprises me.
Well, it does.
Hall's Head, obviously this year, but
Yeah.
so that'll be the 5th time. But Hall's Head back in 2016-17.
I played in that one. Yep.
Mandurah 2003-4.
Yeah.
96-97.
Yeah.
And 80-81. So 3 times in Mandurah and twice at Hall's Head. Only the 5th time in 50 years that those Southwest has hosted the event, which a little surprised.
That does surprise me actually when you say that. Surely somewhere else has done it within that southwestern zone.
Nope. No.
Busso.
Unless they've changed boundaries
They've all-
and so on, which is possibly the case. But, of course, Southwest became the Southwest in 2006. Prior to that, it was the South Coastal zone. So whether that's changed some boundaries or not, I'm not sure, because there's certainly a few in places like Bustleton and so on.
Yeah, they finished the southern now, but you're correct. Maybe they were different. Not sure, because I find that a little bit unusual. Whereas Cundon's, just for a start, goes Cundon Northern. So, and they're Avon and East Avon side by side, Tamman. So they've certainly delved out into the country areas. Yeah, I did play in a Bustleton one. Kalgoorlie one. That was always interesting to go to Kalgoorlie. Always enjoy that trip.
And I imagine, just trying to remember back in terms of dates, where it came into being, whether that's Mandurah in 2003-4, whether that's the old Mandurah or the current site of the Mandurah Club.
Predates me a little bit, but
The old Mandurah was about a 600 or 700 metres down the road from where the current site is. They put a road through the old Mandurah Club and so moved them up to where their fantastic facility is now. But 2003-4, 20 years ago. I'm not sure they've been at the current site for a bit over 20 years. Might be wrong. Time does flash past quite quickly.
someone may know that.
When did the current Mandurah Club open its doors?
Peter Harris might be able to enlighten us here. He's played at 11 different clubs in WA. That's probably one of the few that he hasn't sort of been to. So BBL 23, is it? Moama? Or
Yep, BBL 23, Moama, in a few weeks' time. Side that went so well at Pine Rivers back in November will represent us again. So Christina Van Nierop and Benny Leggett will our locals. Of course, Billy Brandsma will be coaching.
Carl Healy.
Carl Healy will provide most of the time from the skipper's position. So.
Well, actually, I'll pick you up. There was actually Christina ended up playing. They mixed that up where the other way. So Carl would start off and then Christina would swap over.
Yeah, interesting to see
That's
how they play that this year.
Yeah, will.
Moama are a little bit different. I think we mentioned during the singles last week, a little bit different surface than Pine Rivers. They were going to replace the greens at Moama because they got that much money they can do that almost every year, but decided to hold off until March or April. So they'll be playing on, in their terms, older greens.
And of course, you may, gets an edge, so still down the one. So Tim, we talk about holding one. I think it's only the one. The opportunity to add, and adding's just as important as cutting down because you don't always get presented with the chance. So you must seize the opportunity. And you may well be right with the way they bat over there because they're in Malaysia as we speak, the Jackaroos.
And pretty well here, Doug, if he can just...
Needs another roll.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's got it.
No excitement shown by his third, so they roll out the shot. They cast their eyes and they just take the one.
One to Southern.
So and Christina, as we interviewed Christina the other day, suggesting that if she does make the Jackaroos, albeit in a reduced squad / format, is that she's more likely to be looking at a leads position. So maybe she'll take that opportunity to lead when she goes to Moama because the national selectors will be there in numbers because it's the same. I'm not sure exactly the same format, similar format. So they'll be there watching. So.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be 5 ends sets. I think more like certainly 7, if not 9.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they'll play the tiebreak. It certainly won't be one end.
No.
Whether it'll be best of three, so you win the two ends, or whether they'll score all three ends. So not sure I've seen myself exactly what the format will be, but you're right. As Chrissy said last week, BPL results will count because that's the style of game it's going to be, sets play. Moama, of course, well, you wouldn't want to have been there last week. It was 46 degrees.
No, I saw that it was really hot.
So that can certainly be the case. A couple of times I've been up there, it's been absolutely scorching up there on the Murray River in basically the middle of nowhere, if I can say that. But obviously under the roof as well there, the heat finds it hard to escape. So it really can be pretty oppressive up there. See a much better bowl from Repachol.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well played. So
Well
yeah,
played.
it was extremely hot up there, but we'll wait and see how that pans out. In nearly, what are we now, about 3 weeks away until that's played.
I've been there a couple of times, and it's a great spectacle, albeit Pine Rivers, they tell me, is the one that creates more atmosphere and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Moama's still a sight to be seen. The way they put it all together, it's quite interesting. People everywhere, cameras everywhere, great bowls, superstars of the world all lined up under the same roof, backed up by an RSL club within 50 metres, so, and lots of oodles of money and catered for like you can't believe.
Yeah, that's a super shot.
So Tim continues to be
Playing well.
playing to a very
playing
high
well.
standard. So the twos can be the difference, can't they? So they may not be able to rip the game apart, as I'm thinking Brad Ball might be able to bury a few here and there. He's certainly just getting shots all you need to do.
Let's ask Bo Repacholi, the end of the, well, I probably won't get to the end of the game, unfortunately, but I worked at Guildford Grammar 1,000 years ago, and there was a young boy there, Andrew Repacholi, and he's probably the best schoolboy athlete I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
He won the Open 100 metres by best part of 10 metres. He was quite a phenomenal athlete.
Andrew Repacholi, righto.
Yeah, brilliant footballer because of his pace. He's one of those kids that looked incredibly muscular at sort of 15 years of age, but boy, could he run. He was quite extraordinary.
I remember him being of sort of aviation fame where they were spray contractors at one time in the life. So, but fair way from home, albeit a small world when you're from the bush. But sort of the scenario, we don't play much as we used to play against Upper Great Southern, but of course they're south of Runga. And
Well, that makes good sense, Doug, because I know one of the Repacholi, I think it was probably Andrew's uncle, used to have sort of scenic flights in around the river.
Yep.
In sort of the the planes that could land on the water and so on. And I think I'm right in saying a little bit naughty, the Repacholis.
Yeah, well, they had a colourful pass, but
flew the plane under the Narrows Bridge.
Hey, righto.
So obviously got a little bit of strife over that. But yeah, from memory, they had like a charter service out on the river with the planes. But yeah, interesting to know if that's obviously we imagine the same family.
Yeah, it's not a common name. You don't come across many Repacholis. So
Troy Wilkinson, I'm not sure it's probably been Troy's best game today. He's probably not going to do. No, missed that as well. I'm not sure he's quite hit the mark today.
He hasn't really imposed. He has played some good bowls. Don't get us wrong, but he hasn't sort of stamped his authority by those trails or that, especially in that setup and this time of the game. And you got shot bowl and or jack.
Holding a good 2, Southern, and Skipper O'Meehan's asked for get one back on the tee. They would be 3 down if they were to get the jack all the way back. So looking for some cover, and perfect bowl is the call from the skipper.
So that's
He does do well. Splits those two up.
yeah,
Well played.
absolutely. Yeah, well played. Not quite as good as a toucher, but equally as important as a toucher. So Troy Wilkinson gets second chance at this. A little bit more controlled in his weight this time.
Yeah, more draw weight, this, isn't it?
Looks like a
skipper having a good look at it.
fairly solid draw weight.
Gets
The
under,
shape of it.
gets under this shot. He'll be very close.
Oh, finds a
Oh
gap.
dear. And doesn't make.
It's a fine line between being brilliant and just having a bowl somewhere in the head.
Just looking
But
at it,
very
we're pretty
tidy.
close to this head. One bowl lying flat.
Yep.
Just querying whether they've got the two or just the one now.
So Tim Adams imposes his opinion as he walks past and looks up his third, but I
Yeah,
think
those two
Morris-
bowls there at, what is it, 7 o'clock?
Yeah, I'd suggest the one on the flat. You know, we always say the one on the flat's a better chance, but the closest ball wins a measure. So maybe the one on the flat, maybe it's two. So Tim will looking at this side. He's got a bit of a face behind that he can sit on. So
Yeah, here's
he's
a bowl.
got to have the weight.
His
No,
bowl
he's gonna-
coming up as
He's
well.
gone. Yeah, he's Gonski now. Once it starts to swing with that breeze and sees the other side, you're gone. His weight was probably the biggest crime there.
It's always an interesting call from the game next door. The third calling to David Goddard, draw shot but don't get too close. It's interesting. Don't get too close. He wanted to leave some holes in case the opposition skipper wanted to run. Let's see what he does.
19-8 up. I think he hasn't probably done too much wrong for the game, knowing Dave. We do get a really good look at Dave later on, as we call him. So here we go. So Tim O'Meara will rectify his woes from the first one, and the angle of it tells you that
Needs to hurry a little.
it needs to swoop a little bit more too to get inside that Tim, nearly. So just pulls up a bit on the shy side.
Calling for just a draw. He said the previous bowl was too big. Well, he's not drawing.
No, he's not drawing.
This is getting there quick, and I think that's pretty high.
He's high, wide and
Oh, yeah,
handsome.
that's,
Well,
that's
two
not,
of the three.
That's not close.
No.
So rolls the one out. Let's get the answer from where we mentioned earlier. Two it is.
Two, as you
Yep,
said.
that flat bowl was in.
So the
Crept
call
away.
from Tim is 15-11 after how many ends did we suggest?
That is after 13 ends. Southwest grabbing a 3 next door. Stretch that out even further to 22-8. Goddard leading Tim Williams in that one.
Obviously didn't get too close when
No,
getting shot.
obviously did the right thing, left some holes.
Yeah.
So 22-8 on 12 ends.
That's
Dave Goddard leads Tim Williams.
That's a theory I aspire to, Ken, is get shot, and especially if I'm leading and got first bowl, but leave a gap.
Have a quick look at the other
Great start.
rinks while
Oh,
we've
well done,
players
Bob.
at the other end. So we've got Russell Bates making hay while the sun shines over there with Gary Caffel as his 2, Mark Hiller second, and Johnny McCook, I think still from Pinjarra. Batesy leading Sean Brown 17-2 after 11 ends. As I mentioned a moment ago, Dave Goddard leads Tim Williams 19-8. Also, and that's 22-8 now after 12 ends.
Aggregate board, can you see that?
Will moment. So the
I
rank
can
next
see.
door, Mark Simpson leading Jono Davidson 15-7. And Darren Wilkinson has just the one difference there. Darren Wilkinson 13, Matty Mitchell 14. So pretty
Rightio.
comfortable lead for the Southwest.
So the big news, Eastern playing Northern, so Aaron Smith, who we'll see later on live stream from York, 20. Michael Ford's on 4. So the second's only having to flip over one side of that scoreboard, so that could be sunburn a little bit. Christian Carr 15. Brad King still reeling from being dropped by by my
Executioner.
executioner, yeah.
Manning.
Yeah, Manning, yep. The toe cutter. 15-5, so he was on 4 last time around, but we haven't played a lot more ends. Desi Miguel getting a little bit back into it, but still 12 down, so he's 10, and Joel Leeson's 22. Joel's in cracking form, that's good. Stinger Griffiths plays midweek in Perth, so that's probably helping him along. He's 18. Steve Fusto also plays midweek, albeit one plays north and one plays south of the river, 18-9. And Ash Sharp, who's spent a bit of time at South Perth, 10, great bowler, great kid, against Rissinger, 13. So tightened up, so a big comeback from Sharpie, but doesn't surprise me. So 73-53. The ends 13-9, 15, 13, 14. So still a few to go, but starting to take a fair sort of a shape. 16 down on end 13. Michael Ford's going to have to dig deep there. And Desi Miguel wouldn't want to let too many slip with Joel Leeson. He's more than capable, because albeit 20 in the aggregate, 20 disappears really quick if you drop 3 ends.
It's interesting, Doug, this afternoon. So we've got Leeson at the moment 22-10 over Miguel, and Dave Goddard 22-8 in his game, and they will play each other in this afternoon's game. So Leeson will play Goddard. So both in cracking form, so that'll be a really good game for you to commentate in this afternoon's game. And
then the Smith, young Aaron Smith, was in cracking form in the league. He carried 2 aggregates off his own bat, where they only won the one Rink.
He'll play Darren Wilkinson in tomorrow morning's game.
So here we are looking at brother Troy. So they'll look forward to that game as well, because if he continues that form. I have played a bit of bowls with all the Smith family, but played 3 for Aaron 1 year, and you couldn't play with a better bowler.
They had quite an extraordinary run in Country Week, haven't they, in the last decade? It was basically Smith Week pretty well. What they didn't win, there wasn't much left.
It was interesting asking best bowler they've played with or against, and for them I could put the twist on it. Who's the best of your 2 brothers that you've got? Because he's got Justin and Nathan. So, and depends on which brother you ask. You ask Justin, he says he's better than both of them, and you ask Aaron, and he said he's comfortably the best bowler. Whereas I played with Nathan, and he's probably the best technician, and has pushed deep. Played a few years at Mount Lawley, so. Or no, maybe he was at Basso, but a cracking good bowler is that young fella as well.
I think Bassendean, you're right.
Basso, yeah, can bowl. That's just going to keep on swooping. So Moggy just pushed that one a tad hard. So Troy Wilkinson needs to impose himself with this bowl. First one's tad short, but beauty of having 2 bowls, you get redemption. And as you see, chosen redemption.
Just wonder whether the green has slowed up a touch, Doug. Obviously, they water the Sandfield synthetics before the game, and that puts a little extra pace into it. And, of course, overnight, a little bit cooler. So, again, puts a bit more pace into the synthetics. It's certainly well and truly dried out now, and the sun beating down, a bit of breeze. I just wonder whether that green has lost a second or 2.
I'd suggest you're right.
And interestingly, speaking with some of the clubmen, they obviously would like to water the greens between games, which won't be a problem on B green, but it will probably present some problems here on A green because of the electrical work and the cameras and so on we've got set up for the live stream. So not quite sure how so A green may continue to slow up even in this afternoon's game.
Yeah, I think Tim just highlighted what you just said about the changing weight. He put it out there waiting for it to swoop, but he got out there and it just stayed out there. So he's a little bit confused, and that'll be a reflection of the fact that it started to slow.
Cracking shot, Gary Keep.
Yeah, he is, as you would expect. So
once again,
see if he can adjust.
Seems pretty high.
And he's urging it to swoop, and it'll swoop.
He played this well. He's going to sit that through. Well played, sir.
Well done. So, very clever.
All right. call, obviously. Let's push him through.
Probably best I don't write that score down after two great bowls they've both played.
Keep on the backhand, looking effectively to play something very similar to what the opposition skipper just did. He's chasing it, looking. Just starting to duck.
That's gone.
It won't do unless he gets something big here and doesn't.
He doesn't. Just the one?
I would suggest. One it is.
One is confirmed by Keepy as he scoots around the back of us on his way back to start proceedings again.
Okay, 3 ends in a row.
So Bo Rapshelli, he's been serviceable. He'd be pretty happy with his game, I'd suggest. So, like you say, 3 ends in a row. They strung together 3 ends in a row when they picked up that 1-4-1 and got to a bit of a lead there for a bit. So Bo got the green all to himself, goes to that backhand, which seems to be the favoured side heading in this direction as we go back towards the clubhouse.
Good little game of runs, Doug. Looking early on, the southern zone rattled off 4 ends in a row, 4-1, 4-1.
Yeah.
And then missed the next 3 ends.
Yep.
And went back and picked up the next 3 ends.
Yep.
And now they've just lost 3 ends. So a little game of mini runs in terms of ends won and lost. In fact, there's just looking, there's only been one occasion where a side has scored on an end and then not had a run for the next 2. So
Right, and 3 fours embedded through that?
3 fours, yep. So we've had, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 ones out of the 14 ends. Only the 2 twos, 1 3, and 3 fours.
So a tight game, and it's been of a good standard. Not as much aggression as I may have seen a few times there. We would have perhaps been expecting a bit of weight and some bowls to be picked out of the head, but they've always chosen to draw. So,
so 14 ends done. We're 2/3 of the way through the match.
the critical last part of the game.
Looking at the big board, 61 ends gone. Southwest kicked away again, 75-49 on the big board.
And not 5 minutes ago, it was 20 shots of difference over between northern and southern. And northern and eastern. So, yeah, that's 20 shots is actually, when you're playing it over this many rinks, is actually close. So it's not insurmountable. But also means it's easy for it to get away from you, too. If you can get back, they can get away.
Well, we've certainly seen round robins determined by rinks as well as
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And we did see
well
that
as
one
points.
at Manning that year. We saw it come down to the last bowl. Spun the cameras round and we got to have the more dramatic finishes.
Yep, so rinks will count. So even the aggregate at the moment looks a little bit perilous for the southern side. That if they can grab a couple of rinks, then that may well stand them in good stead later in the comp. Well, I did notice, I guess that's what happens when you're the home zone. I think Southwest play on this green all 3 games.
No, absolutely. And that is the only, which circumvents us looking at others and then necessarily being able, if we can call out of the middle when you've got adjoining greens, we can spin cameras, but in this case we are locked and loaded for A5. But that's fine, we'll still get to see some outstanding bowlers.
Yeah, A5 was okay. I was a little surprised that Southwest will stay on A green for all 3 games. I'm not sure how the mathematics work.
Yeah,
but, they do get all games on the same green.
Yeah, we'll get your chessboard out and you'll go. It's difficult to get it even, but it is. It's if you're going to host it, that's your reward for hosting it.
Yeah, well, I'm interested. They've got sea green, which is I'm not sure how that plays. I'm not sure if that's up to zone standard or not, but they did have the opportunity of playing on the sea green as a 3rd green as well to break that up, but not to be.
But as long as you don't double dip on the one rink, so
yeah,
no one complains because next year we're in one Thala, I can assure you.
Phil will be fiddling the books, you think?
Fair chance, or he'll be asking someone to fiddle the books. It's my turn. So,
Cool. Gee, as might be able to hear that through the microphones or not, but the breeze has suddenly picked up. Let's have a look. Where's it coming from? No, it's still coming from that sort of southeast direction. Just really gusted there for a moment or two. Hadn't swung around yet, Doug. Still coming from that southeast rather than the southwest.
so we'll get a bit of a lull in proceedings as it chooses to go around
During
the other
lunch,
way.
maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
During the lunch break, it might start to swing around.
Phil's probably in there having an early lunch.
No doubt.
Haven't seen him for a while.
Taste testing.
Yeah, fair chance. He's the manager of the northern zone, of course.
Might be over there giving his team a bit of a spray.
I hope so, because there's more than just a game of bowls for Philip and myself.
Might have gone to the car to get his zone shirt on and get the hook. Grab someone and said, "You're out, son. You're on the sidelines."
So they do reserve the right to change their teams around if the manager and the selectors decide. So that just not the easiest of shot.
So can change the teams around, Doug? Can they change the rinks around as well?
No, in fact, I've only ever seen. I reckon I've seen rotation of a skip and a third.
Yep.
I've never seen them cross over. I know in the state thing is that you can only cross internally if you like.
Yep.
You can't cross over rinks. So
yeah, which is my leading question. Yeah, there's of course 3 rinks in the side series, and you can't change rinks.
No.
You can change positions within the rink, but you can't change rinks.
I asked Andrew Howie when we were away, because there was a request from one of the selectors about can we change them from rink to rink, and Andrew Howie looked at me, had a little wry smile and said, you probably just need to change your selectors. That was his comment. So there's only Howie could do and get away with, but anyway, I did chuckle, but kept it to myself and moved on. So just touch briefly on CBH Group and their sponsorship of this live stream that's brought to us by High Tide. Doing a fantastic job with Mitch in control once again.
Pushing the buttons in there.
Yep, now he comes out to visit, just right on cue.
Pushing the buttons and sure. Oh, that's just going. Is it going to pick them all off? It does. That's a super
shot.
Well, that makes. Well, can't count all that many. 1, 2,
Pivotal.
3, 4, maybe 5. Not sure how that yellow bowl sits.
Keepy's got 2 looks at it, and well within his skill set to be able to do this, Ken.
Yeah, a little hard to tell that bowl at 3 o'clock where that sits, but it's close to a handful, that's for sure.
So we're
6.
No, Phil reckons it's 6.
6, righto. So
a couple of big bowls here.
I'm hoping that you had words of wisdom to your northern zone.
Yes, yeah, I did.
The margin skip out?
Steve Fuster that hadn't scored is now 10.
Righto, that's good for
Well, that's a
Steve.
cracking shot.
Oh,
Gee
that's a
whiz,
good
that
shot.
saves.
Goalkeeper
A lot.
Probably saves at least 4.
probably saves them all. 1. Saved them all.
Saved
Saved
5.
So 5. Wow.
I'm pretty sure they had 6. I reckon 6 from just as I strolled past.
Now, question is, how can he winkle it out?
Well,
I'm not sure, can he?
don't-
Well, you can. If he can see it, he can do it.
There is if he gets it perfectly, he can roll it through a hole. It might cost a shot, but he can get it back to bring probably 4 into the count.
Well, he's just played an absolute cracker. There's a bit of interest.
Not swooping. Well, it's just going to be a
That's
fraction high.
Fair effort.
yeah, fair effort.
So
yeah.
he's a half a ball.
Probably wouldn't have hit it hard enough anyway, but
He
could
gave
have
it.
sat it for second shot, yeah.
So I'll go for a break, and then
Yep.
won't be long.
Yeah.
Ken will be going.
It'll be blunt from the third then. Keeps just bowled and saved a 6, and the third goes, well, you got to take a metre off. I said, oh, jeez, you just saved 5 shots.
Same bowl. So what's lunch like, Phil?
No, I wouldn't have a clue, mate. I was only preparing it.
All right, Gary Keep, after a cracking bowl, previous end. Swings around on the backhand this time.
Put that mic out of the way a bit. Don't want to hear me twice, do you?
You've just under the shot here. He might get a little
Yeah,
ride.
he might get shot out of this. Ooh, he would
He
have.
doesn't.
Yeah, would have been lucky to get it, but But
One.
first one was a ripper. Yes,
It's the one out, and that
Looks
will be it.
one it is.
Onto the southern. They're starting to build a little margin here.
Yeah,
4 ends in a row. 1, 2, 1.
Oh, really?
1.
While I was away, yeah, I've been over watching my boys who aren't going too good. No, I just had to get away from Doug. the friendly rivalry going there. I haven't told him, but I've got a Northern Zone shirt hidden away in my bag, which I was going to put on after the game when we beat them, but I think I'll have to leave it where it is the way we're going.
Well, we were talking when you're away, you might put it on and give some bloke the hook and slot yourself in there somewhere.
Yes, well, I've heard a few grumbles from the couple of selectors there about a couple of blokes, but that happens, you know. Yeah,
I was saying earlier,
can't play
Phil
good all
and
the time.
Doug confirmed it. Sometimes these events, because only the 3 games, comes down to rink wins as much as anything. So even though Southern are probably finding it pretty tough at the moment, if they can grab a couple of rinks, that may well hold them in good stead tomorrow lunchtime.
Most times, after tonight, they've all won and lost one. Happens so often, and tomorrow's a live day. Of course, what we're hoping, being live streaming on this rink tomorrow, that these guys are in with a chance. Obviously, otherwise, we're live streaming something where we should be over the other side watching them.
We've got a couple of cracking games. A cracking game this afternoon. We mentioned earlier, we've got Joel Leeson, who's
On fire.
a long way in front. He'll play Dave Goddard, who's also a long
Yeah.
way in front. So
Yeah.
2 in-form
Two very good.
sides
Yep.
this afternoon. A little bit easier perhaps for the Southwest boys, given they play all 3 games on A green.
Yeah.
Different rinks, of course, but nevertheless, all 3 games on A green.
Yeah, you know, but I know that's a home ground advantage, which is good. But you know, at this level, it's not going to be a big advantage. Gee whiz! If it was a really tricky, terrible place where it was, you know, doing all funny things, and you knew because it was home ground, it might be different. But it's pretty pleasant here.
Well, it might be very different because that little southeasterly we've currently got, which is really starting to fade away now. I imagine it'll swing around at lunchtime, and it might be a stiff southwest this afternoon.
Yeah, well, all reports were from the locals is it wasn't going to be, but you know that doesn't mean anything. The sea breeze comes in every day, doesn't it? Just about.
Well, particularly when it's supposed to be in the early 30s down here.
Yeah, I thought it was 36 today.
Might be in Perth. I'm not sure what it would be down here.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And we're pretty close to the coast.
Yeah.
So you'd be surprised if there wasn't some sort of sea breeze this afternoon.
Yeah, you're dead right.
Which will change the green significantly.
Yep. There will be a bit of a home ground advantage for sure, but the blokes of that calibre, I think they'll adjust it. Looking forward to the Savos contest. So this one's a beauty too. No worries about that. It's certainly not a blowout or boring by any means. 31 degrees at the moment, I hear.
Thanks, Mitch.
Do you know what the wind forecast is, Mitch? Can you? I know on BOM you can look at wind and see when the southerly's coming in.
Resident
Meteorologist is
button
looking
pusher.
it up for us.
Button pusher, knob twister, and meteorologist. Does everything.
Good bowl.
A couple of blowouts,
Yeah, for
Philip,
Tim.
across these
Yeah,
rinks now,
yeah,
isn't there?
yeah. There is. Look, big.
Russell Bates getting well on top,
22-9.
18-4 on his rink.
Yeah.
22-9, as we mentioned, to David Goddard. He's got it away. And I think
16-9 next door with.
Mark Simpson's 8 doing the business as well, 16-9. So, yeah, some blowouts here.
Yeah.
I think the only one holding their end up, if you like, is the rink we're on. And I think Matt Mitchell might have his...
He did have. I
front
didn't,
20 to 16, Matty Mitchell up. So 2 rinks at the moment to Southern.
Yeah, so in the context of how this competition usually goes, those 2 rinks are pretty vital because, you know, they could win the Savo and these guys could lose and all of a sudden they're all square.
Yep.
As far as points go, rinks are very important every time. Nearly every time.
Well, yeah, such a big margin, you think it'd be a little bit different, but it said 81-58 on the big board, and it's only 3 rinks to 2, so just the margins are the difference.
The rinks that are winning handsomely. So
yep.
So,
That's the diff.
so they're live streaming this inside the club.
Yeah.
And even more interesting, they had the volume turned down, so I had to go there and turn the volume up, but then they all disappeared. But anyway, we've got...
And they all left.
Then they all left. So...
Oh, rightio.
Okay.
Is it southeasterly? Can you see that? We've just got the weather report. Southeast, 15 kilometres the
No
rest of the
change.
day, so nothing's
Okay.
going to change.
Righto.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. 15k southeasterly all day. Very pleasant.
Jump back there for us.
So much for a howling sea breeze to make it a bit more difficult for the southwest boys. So this is going to be a little southeaster all today.
Thank you.
Doug, Philip's going to go wandering and probably give his northern boys a bit of another spray. I'll leave you with Johnny Truella, our Bowls WA Academy coach.
Yeah, real privilege for us to have JT, as I'll refer you to, John, if that's okay.
Yep.
Commonly known as, from the Pinjarra Club, but more importantly, the new Academy coach. And so you've had one hit out with the group, and I've had lots of feedback and lots of positivity. Enjoying the brief stint so far?
Absolutely, yes, and I think there's some very good talent there that we can work with and work on. They all seem to be quite good at the moment with their drills, and I'm seeing a few on a couple of other days that would like some extra. So I'm really pleased with that effort.
Next training day?
Next training day is the 15th, Sunday the 15th at Coburn, and we'll have our usual morning spill, and then we've got a game organised against a number of players from Coburn, and we've invited other players from the Bowls Australia Academy and some of our young juniors who would like to get a bit of a hit out.
Yep. So we'll just rewind a tad.
Yep.
So picking the initial athletes that you get to work with.
Yes.
So as we've got to watch the game as we go, but and so your take on that. So
yes, it's nice to be able to come down and have a look at the talent that's available, and I think that from what I've seen just early this morning, there's just certainly some people there that we probably might have to get a look at later on in time, depending on what the size of the squad's going to be. I know that we've got a capitation on that, which is something we've got to probably chat through as we go.
So you play against some of these guys. Some of these. So who out here fits within the Murray League? None. So you've got the team sheet there. I'll let you just pull that
thanks.
out. So this one. So we.
Excuse me. Yes, the people that I play with from my
Phoebe
own club.
Wilkinson, Brad Ball, Brad Ball.
Brad
Pinjarra.
Balls from Pinjarra, yes.
Yep. So surprised to see him playing second, and we're not doing a selector's assassination.
No,
drive by
I
him,
don't think
but-
we can do that, no.
But you, as someone who would know him very well and played alongside,
Yeah.
you're allowed to comment.
Yeah, well, it is surprising to see Brad with a pen and a scorecard instead of a mobile phone, which is one of Brad's favourite little tricks. So I'm hoping that he keeps the score well, and I'm sure that this is a definite first for Bradley.
And just on that, we make that comment, and in jest it may be, but we're seeing at side series, with live scoring, is the seconds actually carry their phone, and it is with live scoring. So we just go straight onto our screens, and we get end by end scoring. And
Oh, great!
scoring. So that's the way that'll be coming forward. You'll be very very surprised if it's. Here we go. Might see a tad of luck from Tim O'Meehan.
Yeah.
Slide through. So this has been a really high standard game.
Oh, absolutely.
As when you see it on paper, that's exactly how they've played. They've all great bowlers have played to a high standard.
Yeah, we've got Russell Bates, who's up there skipping, of course.
Pinjarra boy, yeah.
He's one of the selectors at the moment. Mark Kelly, who plays for Yunderup, great player. Johnny McCook, who plays with us, has been skippering in the rink I've been playing in just recently, and is very, very steady. And watching him this morning, he's played very, very well.
So you've been around, you've cast your eye over a few players?
Yes, I have.
Great.
Yes. And I think it's been great to have a look. I can see Callum Williams, who's a lad that's in the squad, and I've watched him with Matt this morning, and you see him just running up the rink now. He's played some absolute cracking bowls. And
good kid too. Just
yes. It's a pity that they live so far away.
Yeah.
But we'll try and keep in contact with him as much as I possibly can.
So we see Tim O'Meehan come back, critical part of the game. Inside rub doesn't quite have the luck.
No.
As we see that one slide past. So that's all the bowls completed on this end, which is the 15th, if I haven't missed that one when I went for a quick break. So we are 11. So one bowl to go. Sorry. Keeper was carrying it down. Went down, showed his bowl what it has to do.
Yep.
I think they're holding 2 and a look. Not sure where that third shot bowl is now.
Yeah. Might be that white one at the back there, I think.
On the wing, yeah. Anyway, keepy, as we talk about. It's good if you can cut down, but it's equally important if you can add.
Absolutely.
JT. So tell me, in your coaching regime, do you a lot of whiteboard stuff or everything on the ground?
No, not a hell of a lot. I'm sort of an old trainer and assessor, and I like to be, one-on-one with the guys, and they get sheets that we can work with and talk about. Not too much in that range on the board, but plenty of sheets to be able to look at and read and use from there. Plus, I like open conversation with the guys. I think discussion is great. My point of view is always one that's there for everybody, but I like everybody to be involved in the actual discussion, so they don't feel as if I'm just the one that's making all the rules.
Right, and then drill sheets?
Drill sheets, yes, I've got plenty of those. They've had their first round of drill sheets, and I'll be waiting to see when we get back of who's completed what. I've got a new set ready for the second round of just some additives, and then I'll get them to repeat some of the ones that they've done.
Yep.
But I'm going to have a look at them individually and talk to them individually about backhand, forehand, certain weight, certain lengths, and try and sort of improve that accuracy and weight control.
Additions, subtractions from your squad?
Well, I think that going through everything, I think 6 months is a reasonable length of time to have a good look and see what people are doing, so everybody's got a chance to rectify any small issues that I find with them. But at the moment, no, the squad is working really well.
And Kelly Ray?
Kelly, great, yeah. Look, I've known Kelly since she was a young girl with my 2 boys, and she always has a bit of a laugh when I call her kiddo, because she thinks that's what her dad used to call her, yeah.
Great scout. I mean, as you well know, that. So, as we see, righto, this is the Eastern, and what do you call yourselves, Phil? You're in the Northern Zone.
Champions.
So I'm Eastern. He's Northern. So, radio, and so we keep a track of it. So Smith 22-5. So you've got them not to score too heavily. Easy to add up those lower numbers. Phil, is that your message to them? That's after 15, so they're getting towards the end bit.
Plenty of time, mate.
Carr 20, King 6, so you destroyed him. Miguel 10, Leeson 26, so great young bloke, worth a look at. Young Joel Leeson, been around, won a state fours, can bowl. Stinger Griffiths 20, Fuster 10, after 16 ends, so they need to get a bit of a speed up there. Ash Sharp, another great young bowler, and Rissinger, so 15-13.
Who's in front there?
So Sharp's 15, Rissinger's 13 after end 17. So a couple the difference, but 17 ends. So don't want to make a mistake when you get to that pointy end, Phil. So 87-79. So
it's like the last election, and I'm sitting in the Liberal chair, and it's not all over yet.
Not all over yet. Very good. Very good.
It's not looking too good.
So 79 ends played. So multiply 5 by 21, Phil. So you need to shake your tail feathers. So your more electric chair that you're sitting in just at the moment.
Panic.
I've got my finger on the switch.
Don't panic.
So there's a little bit at stake between us.
I can see that.
Yeah. So it's a clean skin, which he would buy me, or a bottle of Grange, which I would buy him. So
I thought it might have been the other way around there.
Yeah, it's not. Don't panic.
No, Phil, he's got a suburb named after him, JT. So,
okay.
No, so he actually only uses Grange. It's usually just one of his cooking wines.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah, we should.
Us poor people use Merlot,
Merlot. And us really poor people just squash the grapes ourselves. But anyway, all that aside, in good fun and adding a bit more spice to it. So who's holding shot here, Phil?
Oh, the Southwest boys are probably holding a couple. Yeah, it's not the tightest head that we've had for a while. They've been blowing pretty good, but it happens every now and then.
And they're going this way.
Leads don't get them close. Everyone's the same.
So
Yep.
Kelly Ray's up in Malaysia as we speak, JT?
Yes, she is. Yes, she's gone with the Northern Territory
Three now.
guys and gals, and yeah, she's been fantastic. We've had a good chat with things, and it's great to be on the same page. And I think that with us now thinking and working together, I think that that's what's going to certainly improve bowls over the next few years within WA, with having all of the areas working together to come for the point where we can get players into different sides. She's got her
Pretty
academy,
handy, Morris. Second shot.
and we've got ours. So with looking at the open sides, plus the academy, plus the juniors, plus the BA, I think it's going to end up pretty solid in the end.
You coming on board has really steadied the ship.
Thank you for that.
And it's given us, as you just pointed out, then a real sense of purpose and direction.
Great.
So I mean, and that's why we've always thought it was one of the better appointments that we've seen in my time of having someone that will stamp their authority and will get a pathway that'll be and hopefully from it you'll be coaching players, albeit through the academy, maybe coaching some coaches. I know there's got a handful of guys who are, including Phil and myself, who are more than happy to take it on, especially while you're there, so we can be coached by the best. So
thank you very much for that.
Look forward to that. Yeah, as just pointed out by Ken, that maybe you could go over and coach the northern team over there. They seem to be a little bit rudderless at the moment.
Oh, they're a bit.
They've got Phil was a speaker of inspiration. So Phil, we cross over. What are they? Just the one down? Looks like.
Oh no. Yeah. So they did call Moggy's bowlers probably second shot. So they were probably 3 down. So
for the shot,
16 ends, pretty tight.
Yeah, certainly is. That seems a pretty solid line.
Keepy's played a pretty good shot here, I'd say. Yeah, be in the count anyway. Probably be shot. Touches the jack, makes it very nice.
That was a good line. Looked good, went lefty
side. Looked it all the way, yeah. So 2 shots.
So 1 bowl to go from Timo Meehan, who's had a really solid day.
2 bowls. He's got 2 bowls left.
Never plays.
Doesn't play too big, does he?
Keepy's trying harder, but it's still there.
Yeah.
He tends not to play big. He always his go-to is always, and that's a bit of your philosophy, which I agree with. Is that you need to be able to draw your way out of trouble, not try and drive your way out of trouble.
Absolutely.
And it's sort of a weakness that I see so much, where they get a metre to draw a shot and they decide they've got to run at a bare jack. What does that look like on the screen?
Wide.
It looks like it's high.
Yep.
High, wide and handsome. So, but he did give it a look. So,
Coke.
So Ken's just gone to get a drink. So then he'll be heading off to So it's Armidale versus North Como today. Is that how it goes, Phil? You played North Como, don't you?
I played North Como, yeah.
Is that a new club?
Yeah, we're formerly known as South Perth.
We're formerly known as South Perth, yeah.
So he gets another look at it. Last time, probably weight was his enemy.
No, I like the weight.
You like the weight?
Yes, well, at least he gave it a chance.
Well,
That's it, and I think that's so important that you do give it a chance.
This one, he's got the same weight, but he hasn't given it a chance because he's a bit tight there.
Just rocked around.
So
2 shots.
2 keepy is a call from Troy. So you've got that under control, Phil.
Yeah.
So that's good. I was really confident that you'd know what you're doing.
Well, I can count past 5. Well, luckily we haven't had any really big scores today. It would have confused Ken.
4's been the highest score. We've had 3 4s. So
is that right?
And he did tap me on the shoulder at one stage to make sure he'd got them added up right. But so the venues that you'll do your trainings at. I mean, I was really impressed that they come to Pinjarra. Having to travel shows a level of commitment.
That's correct, yeah. And I think that as much as I'm trying to sort of work with clubs north of the river, I've written to a few and got some back. So we've got the next 6 in line, and of course I'll be talking with Peter very shortly in regards to the five-a-side game, which I'd like to probably see at Warnbro, because the fact is it's August and it's an unusual month where you can get a lot of rain and not. And they've got two greens undercover, which would be fantastic,
great.
You know.
Yep.
To be able to put the guys and girls under. And I've spoken with the president there, and he's looking at making it a pretty good day if we decide that we can get there. So.
Oh, that's good. I mean, they can cater as well. So.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So great club.
By boat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting spoilt. Yeah.
Oh, easy.
He's.
Thank you.
So on the adjoining green, they're just measuring to see whether it's long enough, Phil, and looks to me like it's going to be a tight measure.
Right in.
And it's right in, just.
Yes, at this point, each of the clubs that I've been speaking to and worked with are very, very happy to have the Academy's squad to come, and did talk about getting players to play. And I said, look, that would be fantastic, and if you can make a bit of a day of it with your top line people so we can run our guys and girls through it, I think it's going to be something that we're going to really look forward to.
Is one of them down there?
Yeah, there is. So some inquiries from our country director, Phil Manning. So Borley, they've all had solid games and they've all had their time in the sun, but perhaps Tim Adams has been the pick of them. Keepy has been influential in the last 5.
Yep. Bo's led pretty well.
Bo's being solid.
Couple of good bowls again by.
And if ever Tim's needed to stand up as we get to 15-17 after what we sit on 16 ends, now's the time to do it. Exceptional was the one that adapted to this green the quickest during the first 5 or 7 ends, and has been solid ever since. And just right on cue. I appreciate it when they do this, John.
Lovely.
Front resting knocker.
Yep. Perfect call.
So now they'll start looking about who owns the back.
That's correct.
So Borley's chance. Borley hasn't played too many runners. I've got a funny feeling he'll reach this one, JT. You know him better than I.
I think he probably won't be going big, but I think he'll certainly make sure that he's through it.
If he was, I would suggest that he's through. And
that was certainly through, but not as quick as what I've seen him do.
Yep.
No, and he probably should have gone as hard as he normally does because he lost his line there.
Yeah, I think that's what happens sometimes. You tend to steer it and not actually get the ball on the track.
Right.
So Ken heads off. So wishing him best of luck at all his gun up to Armidale, and we'll see him tomorrow. He's going to have a little chat to Brad Ball as he walks past. Maybe not.
Oh.
So, Tim, what's his call here? I missed that. Is he going to be
Sorry,
behind?
I'm just getting a drink.
He's asked him to call it behind.
Can you tell me I'm here getting a drink?
Righto. So, is it deep behind, or is he just being
He's probably about 2 foot off the ditch, the way he was standing.
Righto.
I think
that's fairly deep, I'd say.
Yeah, I think that the yellow bowl was more the object to get through, so it does give him the back bowl.
So they own the back.
Own the back now. He's still looking to. He's asking for a good metre.
So Troy,
pretty close.
Hold its head. It's close if it holds its head, but he's going to miss.
Yes, the weight was lovely.
So that was as per instructions, but for an inch of grass. But weight control was beautiful.
No, he still wants him back. Wants him right back.
Right out. I guess
the backest.
Yeah, well, that last bowl of Troy's just now made it that they haven't got the back bowl.
So he's going to get to the back on his backhand. Doesn't matter. It's all about
Just-
your weight.
Looking where the jack is, I think that was the better choice of hand.
So the
That's a
arm
good shot.
waving from
Yep.
Tim O'Mean in the background.
Looks pretty solid.
Yeah. So
Gets the job done,
He
and
hits
that's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Jack goes in the ditch. They still have a bit of room, but at least that will be the shot. I'd say has to be.
Well, then
Yeah, I think
they have to draw to get shot rather than drawing
He's,
to add.
Yeah.
I reckon he's taken a bit off
He's
this.
taken a bit of weight off this.
And let's see if we can pick this up.
Taken a bit of weight off it.
So if it's going to swing, it'll miss,
Yes,
which it has.
Yeah.
Yep.
So wouldn't have gone very far. It was nearly draw weight, wasn't it?
Anyhow, so now,
yes, that's correct.
so he's covered the back. So he's covered the far back. Now he has to get this cover and count weight. So we see Moggy, so Morris O'Neill, hailing from the Ongarat Club.
Playing. That forehand to cover the last bowl of Troy's.
So
Played it
the
pretty
ball's
well.
good and the
Certainly has.
execution's equally.
Played it pretty well. Have a look at that.
Sits in there.
Good.
That's a good shot.
Don't know whether he could get a better position. No.
Well, maybe he could have
That
been a
is-
metre shorter, but
Oh, gee,
Half a
he's-
metre. I
depends
think,
what
would
they
have been
hit it with. So depends. We don't know what the next shot is, so we can only guess the weight
There
that
you
was
go.
delivered.
That's
Maybe
right.
after the next shot he needed to be a metre longer, so who
Yeah,
can
that's
tell?
right, who can tell?
We
Very
can't tell
true,
until
very
it gets hit.
So here we go. Do you want me to read these out, Phil, or would you like to?
No, you've been doing a good job.
No, I don't mind being the executioner. So Smith, 23, forward 6. Who's playing 2 for 40?
23, John Kay.
John Kay.
You know,
Late inclusion. He
yes,
didn't
late
run,
inclusion. Yes,
ran
he was-
someone off the road so he could
he
get a
was a-
game.
Yeah.
So,
No, Shane Judas, he pulled out, so Johnny Kay came in.
so Christian Carr, 21. Brad King, 6 after 15. So
Yep.
enough.
Hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't changed. Kingy.
Just hurry up and read the Leeson score out.
Radio. So Griffiths, 20. Fewster, 13.
Yep, Fuse is making a comeback.
After 18. Sharp, 18. Rissinger, 15 after 19. 2 ends to go. and
18 to
Sharpie,
What's Rissinger?
15.
15, yeah.
So
good.
we've hit the front.
Yep.
So then, who's the other one? Miguel Leeson.
Mm,
That's tightened up.
that's not.
Miguel 14, Leeson 26 on
Oh.
19. So
14,
can get
26.
a rink. So at this stage, it looks like they could potentially pick up 1, 2, 4 rinks and an aggregate, which is a good start to the tournament. So 96, 67 with 10, 12, 15, 16, 17 ends. So
Yeah,
there's time.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Mm.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I think
would
that
be
last bowl that was bowled then is going to make Gary think about what he's going to be doing here, because they've just finished just offset to the left of where the jack is by the bowl.
So call this shot for us, JT.
Yeah, what are you thinking, JT?
So what's Keepy gonna
He's
do?
certainly going to go backhand, so he's probably trying to use that other 2 bowls or the yellow bowl of his to come in to try and grab that jack off the white bowl.
Played a bit of weight.
Yeah.
So enough weight.
Or he's going to cannon him. He's going to try and cannon.
Oh, we got it.
Got that one out.
That's all right. Yep.
If he gets hold of it in a slide, is that jack touching?
It's pretty close.
too late.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, very close.
It's too late. He's run out of ammo, so he's not going
Yeah,
to
he
touch
can't
it.
do much
No,
there.
He's just going to be drawing another counter here.
So we talk about adding when you can add,
Yep.
because cutting
Absolutely. Yeah. That is certainly the hand he should be looking at. Yeah, he's
So
got.
that's safe. Sit
and
that, stop and flop.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, even
So-
if he gets the front bowl and gets into there, he can make 2.
So really been a real solid game from
Yeah, the
Tim
front-
O'Mean. He's been consistent. He's cut down as needed, added when necessary, when he could as well. And then right on cue, he'll drop short or not.
No,
And,
he's
they're
given
waving
I don't
madly.
know.
Yeah, he's given it
It's
half a
given
chance.
a bit
It's
of a
just gonna
chance. He
turn
gets
in,
past
yeah.
this.
Slide
He only
that.
has to get
Yep.
past it. Ooh, tell you
Ooh.
what, fair effort.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, maybe 2. I don't know whether the third one's
No,
in.
he's pulled that one out.
Yeah, don't know whether he made it.
So he's reached for the tape.
Reach.
So the stick of truth.
I think he's asking for 3.
He'll be asking for.
He's asking, can he kick that one out? Rightio. As the camera zooms in. Going to see if his hand's shaking. Good job, Mitch. Oops. Here we are. Gee, I think it's 3. I think that tape's... Oh, no, he hasn't pulled it out yet. Oh, geez, he's got on a bit of a twist. Funny old measure.
Yeah, I think Troy's going to drop in there and have a look.
I think it's 3. That tape's got a bend in it. It's touching the bowl. The magpie.
Actually, I was talking to the umpires earlier on, so the Halls Head Bowling Club have supplied the umpires, which is really good. Hard for a Bowls WA to bring down because a lot of umpires will be playing pennants today.
That's right.
I know Sue herself. I know Vicky Eva's here.
Yeah, Vicky's here.
Alan Chaddock's on the screen here.
Oh, righty ho.
Yeah, so he's very good, very competent.
Yep. I haven't seen Vicky, but she was going to be here 3. How's that for significant?
Yeah.
Yes, a big 3.
I think Troy was really looking for it, so...
2015 is correct.
Let's just open that up a little bit now.
Well, it's certainly been a good TV rink to have today, Doug. Well selected.
Yeah, a lot of people guess. I just work.
No, you know, you understand. Yes, you know the talent.
Actually, this is
getting
not
pretty
bad.
close,
This
Tim.
easterly's been coming through. It's quite different normally.
So
If that southwesterly comes in, it'll come in through the cut
Yeah.
there and swing around, and then it gets really harsh.
Looks
So-
looks
This
like
area.
it's southeasterly all day, I think,
Yeah.
which would be nice.
Oh, look, if it stays like this, I think it'll be good for the guys. You know.
Yeah.
we'll discuss this later on when the sun's sitting on the other side and we're getting a really
Right
good
in
look
our
at
face, yeah.
it. Yeah.
You will.
So Boomer Gearing had a fair day. It's been a fair competition, fair hit out between the 2 leads. Doesn't really matter who's had the better day. It's a case as long as you can do what you can.
Got a couple of players in the way at this stage. About the first time, isn't it?
No, they've been really good.
Yeah.
Doesn't Boomer normally skip her down the?
I'd say if you went through all these guys, I'd suggest they all skip at home.
Yeah.
That's always normally the
A lot
case.
of them.
So there's a few young guys in the southwest, which is good to see, and suggest maybe they'd lead at home. But if you went through the rest of them, I doubt whether there's many that don't skip in their own clubs.
Yeah, good leading again, Bo. He's been pretty solid.
Yeah, he's been solid.
Yep.
Wouldn't quite get into the sensational, but he definitely gets into the solid.
I
Get
think
into the
he's
solid.
Probably, it's been a pretty tight competition with these two. Without drawn front touches all day, it's been a pretty good competition. I think Bo might just have Boomer, maybe, I reckon.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the fact they haven't planted too many out the front. They've always got 2 and through, which is essential, JT.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's one of the big issues that I talk with the squad is making sure that you try and get that first bowl as accurately as you possibly can, because you can then sort of get yourself out of any trouble and correct with that second one. But if you drop it short, you tend to think, oh my God, yeah, I've got to do this and got to do that.
Here's my man.
That's a great shot.
So
That's a great shot.
he's dished this up all day.
Yep,
Beautiful.
played very
Tim
well.
Adams, he's been,
It's a good correction too. Here comes Bradley. Track doesn't look too bad.
So it's a
Very
really
good.
good time for Bawley to stand up here. Gets an inside rub, not quite. Gets it
Still nice.
Clean
and
run.
No, that's
Yep.
nice. No, that's
Good
good. Good
posi there.
spot. Lovely.
good
Yep.
position. Good seconds bowl.
Yes, that's what you want.
So
Seconds bowl to be always up.
don't need to have shot. They don't measure. They don't start counting until the last bowl comes down. So you just got to
Exactly right.
position yourself.
Comes Tim's second bowl. Gets around that and finishes past it a little. Still be all right.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes, no. Lovely weight again. He's played a good game, Tim.
Solid. The
Solid.
pick of them probably.
Bradley might have a little bit more on this one.
Yeah, he's playing a bit of a skipper's shot.
Yep.
Little rub will help.
Going to get a bit lucky for position, but
Yeah, very
that's
good
how it
position.
comes. Yep.
Will I don't know who the selectors are for the Southwest. Would they rotate the second and the third, JT?
I'm not sure. I mean, it is most unusual to see Bradley in that position. I don't think in all the years I've been playing I've seen Brad play as a 2.
Mm.
So, yeah. But it's good for him. I think it's good for everybody to at least have a look at a different position now and again.
So, Phil, I've got the
Morris.
Bowls WA live stream scores up. So 96,
Oh, cool.
96, 87. So Melania got it all up for me.
That's
So
great.
that's interesting. So yeah,
96, 87 here.
So it's tightened up.
96,
all these
87
games,
here.
And over, well, it's 95, 73, the aggregate on this one. Little slide, didn't get it fat enough.
Well, didn't deserve it fat enough.
So, want to go through the rinks on this one?
Yeah, could you?
Or I could. So
One rink's finished, has it?
So Russell Bates 26, Sean Brown 4. Is that right? Can you see that board?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Then we've got Mark Simpson 16, John Davidson. So he's 13, 17 down. Darren. So sorry, I'll go again there. Mark Simpson 16. John Davison's 13 on 17 ends, so he's up. Darren Wilkinson 14. Matthew Mitchell 29, 21 ends played.
That's
so
finished.
they're off,
Yep.
like you said.
Yep.
Dave Goddard 24. Tim Williams 10.
Yep.
That's after 15 ends. Gary Keep 13, as we know. Tim O'Mean 17, 16 ends play. So 73-84.
What's the score here?
So 11. So it's 13, 17.
Here?
So these are out. These are
Oh,
behind.
sorry.
These are
20,
behind. So,
2015, yeah.
So over there.
Russell's just got away and the guys got back. It's 26-9 over there currently.
Right out. So these are a couple behind. So, and then over at Northern Zone, so these are a couple behind. 66 to your mob and 96 to mine, and that was with 87 ends completed. So that's pretty much, they can put the cork in the bottle, Phil.
Yeah, I think you nearly get the corkscrew out, mate.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yep, nearly get the corkscrew out, because I bought a cork for you.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
I'll show you where to.
Right. No, that'll be cool. I look forward to that.
It's a pretty good line. Gets around there, he's going to get where he wants. That's a good shot. Very handy.
So
Very handy bowl.
Yep,
Keepy can see it, so he can play it.
absolutely.
That visual aspect's really important, isn't it? You know, if you can see something, it's much easier to play something you can see rather than, albeit the jack's in the same position.
Yep.
Likes it. He's following it. Tell you what,
He is
might
keen.
just cut it. If it
Just gonna
holds it,
slide.
Good.
sit for
That's
shot.
good.
If he gets a jack, it'd be better. Yeah, get shot out of it.
Yep, good
Yep.
shot.
Good
Did he
shot.
get just the one?
I'd suggest one. I think the white bowl on the left. One to look.
Yeah, I think
One
the
to
white
look.
bowl's the one that they're looking at.
So
or
Murray's
possibly
Going
second.
to draw.
Morris is saying Moggy's gun looks like it's just one, but not quite sure. Doesn't change the job at hand, does it? No matter whether you
No.
heap up, heap down.
Tim
is
stayed
still
down on the
close.
mat, and then he's looking at, is it going to drop? I think his weight's good. He's just got to drop.
He's trying.
I think his weight's good. He's got to drop. He falls over. Maybe not. No.
He's just deciding whether he gives it a quick little tap.
Even if it fell over, I don't think it would have counted.
One with one to go. We talk about JT, about adding is just as important as cutting down.
Yes.
So 15, 20. So down by 5, running out of ends.
I think consolidation here is the way to go. I think
Nothing
it would
fancy.
be better for him to play just a little wider than want to carry that jack. Otherwise, he's going to drop the shot. If he's a little bit wider, he can use both those bowls on the left-hand side of the jack to get himself in.
So hard to read. Not a man of great emotion is Keith. Just
No,
gets the job
he's-
done, sort of a
it's good.
person.
I like the look of it. Only because it's shot. Oh, he doesn't really want to touch it.
Yeah, that's
still
that's
only
like
one.
I said.
That was
I think
JT's call.
Still
Exactly.
only one. Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
good call.
Look all you like. I don't think it's going to change just the one.
Yep. $16.20.
On 19.
That's good. I think when you're running out of ends, it's the old story. You know, the aggregate's the big thing. Your rink is an extra point if you can get it, but you keep it tight. And
so it's really
that's
not
the
that
way
much.
to go.
95.89, not much in the aggregate either.
Not
Just
now, no. It's
tightens
come
up real
down.
quick. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Look at those scores. It just doesn't look like it's that close.
No.
But of course, that Matty Mitchell win of 15 makes a big difference. There's Boomer. He's short.
Boomer.
See how Bo goes. Bo likes
If
going
there
this,
was a
likes
time for-
going this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, on.
You can do that if you want.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Go and do that.
Because it looks like 1813, doesn't it?
Yeah, it got me very confused. Thought it was 83 to something at one
Yeah,
stage.
that's
or 90
right.
or God knows what it was.
That's a
Yeah.
fair win.
Everybody else is pretty good. It's just that one rink.
So
Anyway,
Boomer's a tad short with his first bowl, which is there haven't been lots of short bowls from these two leads. They have played to a very good standard.
This one looks like it's made the job.
Yeah, good stuff. Great correction.
Good
Boomer.
correction, yeah.
Yep.
So
Good job.
now owns the jack. So Bo thinks that's a great bowl, but I think I can be
Beat
equally
that.
as good.
Yep.
He's played well going this way.
And it'll look all right. It's his bowl coming in.
It's looking like he might not have given it enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, it's just going to
Can't
start.
tell.
Once
Yeah,
it
I think
turns,
you're right, mate.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
turns and burns real quick, doesn't it,
Yeah.
John?
That's
it
right,
does,
yeah.
yeah.
Especially on rink, these rinks this end,
Is this
during the day, they do tend to
Righto.
get wide, and if you don't put them out there, they will cut through.
Is this where their top side plays their pennant games on a Saturday?
Yes,
night?
they do. They normally play on 3, 4, 5 and 6,
Righto.
which would be probably these
Yeah,
rinks
they have
here.
shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was this day as well on the setup. This was 7 yesterday, but they changed the numbers around.
Yep.
So what's Borley done? That's probably not going to collapse back far enough. So Tim, who
Yep.
has been
Phil Manning's man of the match.
Phil Manning's man of the match. You could buy 2 bottles of wine when you're down the next to Phil, and you could have
Tapped his back leg again, so it means it's good usually.
It's got the speed.
It's got the back leg tap, usually means it's good. Yeah, not bad.
Great
Yeah.
effort.
just wouldn't let go, would it?
No, that time because
I
it's
thought it was
just
Tim.
a bit more speed on it, I
Thought he was
think.
going to be all over it.
Because Tim
Yep.
can see if he grabs hold of that, or Tim O'Meehan grabs hold of that, trails it away, well then that's sort of the game sort of done and dusted.
On Bradley.
Not quite, but nearly, yes. I must admit that would have been a big result.
Yeah.
So he won't be asking for a lot of difference.
No, don't try and drop any weight because then you're a metre short.
Absolutely.
I'll watch the foot tap.
So they call him the postman because he always delivers, so we'll see. It is Saturday, they don't work on Saturdays.
He's
is
got
the
he
problem.
got the foot tapping again.
Yep.
He's out in the right country.
Tell you what, he's got good weight
There's a bit
too.
of breeze pulled up there. A little bit of breeze blew up there. I think he's going to run past.
So do I.
He's got the same weight.
Good.
And I think he got a little bit of nasty breeze on that.
So
Feel that breeze coming through there?
I'd suggest Troy, yeah, absolutely. Troy hasn't had a brilliant game, but you don't have to have a brilliant game. You just need to have a brilliant moment,
That's right.
and this is the time to have that brilliant moment. So
Absolutely. Just pop one on there and
yeah, that's right.
Good height.
tell you what, he's pretty good. Oh, wind's pushed it.
And that wins.
See
That
that bit of
wins.
breeze? That's
changing
changed the
around
game
a
little
bit.
bit here.
Yep.
It has swung a bit, hasn't it? So
Yep.
that swan draft flag's a little bit straighter now.
Still, I think it's still southeasterly, but it's just picked up a bit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just swung ever so
We
slowly.
haven't been able to feel that for a while. Righto, Moggy.
That's a good track.
Yeah, good height.
Yeah.
I think this is a better weight too, boys.
Absolutely.
Has to be shot, doesn't it? He's
Yeah.
all over it, isn't he?
No, it's just
he's
going to
run
slip.
past a
But-
bit, but he's...
But it's still shot.
oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe it's run too
Jesus.
far.
Jesus, running on a bit there, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
Keepy thinks he's got it, and Tim O'Meehan agrees. So one to the southwest at this moment. So
Right.
Troy
Troy likes
chance.
it, following it.
redemption may be a bit harsh word, but the opportunity is still there for him to draw a shot.
Right, this looks a wee bit short, so it could
Yep.
be all right. But
The
it is a
line
bit
was
short.
terrific.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
So that's right in Moggy's way there.
No, he's got to play it as if it's not there. Just play the shot.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that's it. I think that's the issue with a lot of people. They see that bowl and they go, oh, it's in my line, but it really isn't.
Yeah.
So keeping your mind clear. So how do you train people to have that clarity?
Well, you tell them to hit it. You say, on the draw, hit that bowl.
That's
and I'll
right.
guarantee you they'll miss it either side.
And
So-
if they're looking correctly at their aiming line, if they've just played one there, then they can just keep that same line and just play a little bit more weight to get around it.
It did change, mate.
Mm.
Did change.
Went backhand.
So 2 on the same hand. You big on that, John?
Yeah, especially with this, I wouldn't think that one of
That's just a
bowl of
waste,
Troy's was a problem.
No, look
You
at it
know,
on the screen.
That's a waste of opportunity. And now he's
Yeah.
plonked it where it is a problem.
Yeah.
That's right. So now you've
So-
lost the possibility of playing both hands.
So bad choice, bad result.
Yep.
And then, yeah, so.
Yep.
I suppose
harsh.
if you're looking at it from a skipper's point of view, from where we're looking at it now, the backhand's quite drawable,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
quite drawable. But
So we'll see what
He
Tim
didn't have
does.
to
He's been
change.
standing over the head, so he'll know the angles, the shape, the distances between the bowls.
Yep.
Keepy straight away telling us that the backhand, well, he's got too much traffic there now.
Keepy-
They've got
Keepy-
no choice.
Keepy will draw the shot here.
He really has.
Keepy will draw the shot, I reckon.
He really has been good as we've got deeper into this game. Earlier on, he wasn't.
Big bowl, this one.
acting.
Ooh.
No, he didn't draw the shot. He wasn't there.
So right out. So
That was
it hasn't gone fat and made that any higher. So Tim's basically got a clean draw.
Yep.
There's nothing that is
no.
visually in his way. He's
No,
just got to get
I
around
know.
him.
He thinks he's too big.
Well, it's going to be easy to be too
I,
big as
I
well.
don't,
so
I don't
know
think
whether
so. I
he's
think
that-
that's going to swing
I
beautifully.
don't know whether he's that big, is he?
No,
No.
swinging
Sits
beautifully.
on this, he nearly gets shot.
Oh,
With that shot.
great shot,
That's
yeah.
a great shot. Yeah.
Yep.
good call. So
Tim didn't like it. He put his hand out and tried to slow it
well,
down. So.
he's had a bit of trouble with that the last few ends where it's changed slightly. You know, as it's dried, it's sort of hanging onto the bowl a bit more. So before it was a bit quicker and would swoop a bit more, but just as this has changed up, he's a bit uncertain of his grass out there.
Yeah. Well, as far as this Rink goes, this is a big bowl.
Absolutely.
Because if he doesn't draw this shot,
So
they are going to find it hard to come back from there. 5 down with 1 in to go. Standard of the game doesn't say they're going to score too many.
Geez, you gave that a ride.
He gave that a shot, fell in.
but what's Moggy saying?
Mm.
Same bowl as your last one, Tim. Fair call. It's good. You know what your last one was. Your muscle memory they haven't held you on the mat for too long.
No.
Well, he
That's-
did. He stepped off the mat and stopped then. So
Pet
he's-
hate of mine is when the third holds the skip, or anyone holds the player on the mat for too long.
Too
and
long.
So
Yep.
muscle memory starts to fade.
And I think that's a good time
Good
to
track.
turn around and go back to your pre-shot routine.
Two good
So it
bowls.
clears your mind and you can get back onto the
Two
to the
good
mat.
bowls. Two good bowls.
How's that for significant?
Two
Great
good,
stuff.
Oh, he rolled that one out probably. Still got shot?
Yep.
Yep. Rightio. Tim.
So Phil Manning in his technical expertise progresses the score to 16-21. Last end.
Last end. Yep.
Yes, I remember this score from the other week. It was quite an intriguing game that we had. And it's funny how 16-21's come up on the last game on this particular rink, because it certainly brings back that memory of, unfortunately,
Where'd you drop?
No, we didn't. We picked up an 8.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. It was quite incredible. It was very unlucky on the players that we played against, because they'd been playing so fantastic all day.
So tell me, so
Picked up
right,
an
so we're
8 to
coming
win
into the
by
last.
2.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So we're coming into the last end. There's 5 the difference. So you know that just get second shot. don't have to be. You don't have to trail the jack. Don't have to do anything.
No,
Just get
no.
within.
You know, drop as little as possible,
Yeah.
especially when you're looking for the aggregate, as it's now tightened up quite well.
So,
Yeah, well, the
so
Rink next
same
door just
routine.
got a 4, so it might have
Yes,
tightened up a
yes.
bit. Yeah.
Although I'd suggest aggregates getting towards being problematic.
Yeah, so Bo's changed hands now. He's changed hands a couple of times, and when he's changed, he's played very well, and it's happened again. So I
Great
think
shot.
I can remember him changing hands
Yeah, well
2 or
done.
3 times, and he's played.
He's
pretty
only
good
been
ball.
playing for about 4 years. So
Is that
Yeah, well,
right?
that's
Yeah.
why he's so good. He doesn't know how to play the game yet. He just gets close.
I think that's a good comment, because that's quite true. People say, "Oh, look how good this guy is. He's playing brilliant first year," and everybody seems to say, "Well, as soon as he gets to know how to play, you watch how things change."
So Phil, I'd suggest you've been playing a long time then.
I've been
Is that what
playing
you're saying?
very, very long time.
How long have you been playing, JT?
Since 1995, we started at Gosnells under Peter Bowden.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I remember Peter Bowden.
Yeah, and he was excellent coach over there. He used to run a long course around about 12 weeks, where we used to turn up on a Saturday morning at 8:30, and he
Oh.
would teach you everything about the game, including rules, etiquette, and everything, which I think was sensational.
Right, etiquette of the game. Have you got it?
Absolutely.
Expand on that. So it's just hone in on that for us, could you?
I
Is it
think,
falling?
yeah, I think where etiquette comes in, it's also to respect for the people that you're playing against. Etiquette is making sure that you get off the mat, don't run too far down and then run back. Don't get into the head when it's not your head. Just those basic things.
Don't barrack bowls.
Don't
Don't
clap
barrack
bad bowls. Don't
No.
go great shot when it's not.
No.
Do you pick up bowls for your opponent?
In the odd time, yes, I will, because I think that it's just
Friendly
because you might.
gesture sometimes.
Well, I think it's important. Again, it's respect, isn't it? Some of the players that we played against in the times gone by were tremendous players, and it just makes you feel good that you're doing the right thing. You might be beating them, but you can still be nice by handing the ball back.
And if you lose a bet, you always honour the bet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, lucky I don't bet.
Anyway, state singles. You
I
can
haven't
go
lost a
briefly
bet
on
yet.
that. Oh, here we go. Denise has brought up scores. So, running out of time. Michael Ford's got a late surge. So, he's 13. Aaron Smith's still 23. 1 end to go. So, he won't pick up a 10 there.
13.
13-23.
Thank you.
So, Brad King 7. Christian Carr 22. That's
Gee
after
whiz.
17 ends.
Yep.
Joel Easton 28. Des McGill 15 after 20. So, that game's completed. 21 ends.
That's finished.
That's finished. Steve Fuster 13. Ray Griffiths, who has redeemed himself after his loss against South Perth on Thursday. So 13 to Steve Fuster, 24 to Ray Griffiths on 20 ends, so that game's shot. Luke Rissinger, this is a good game. Oh no, it's over. It's 18. Ash Sharp finally got up, 21 on 21. So
21-18.
21-18.
Ah,
So Phil, that's
Troy
that's-
Wilkinson
that's
just drew
Luke's-
an absolute cracker.
Oh, did he? Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, absolute cracker.
That's Luke's
so
game.
that's it. That's you can prepare the eulogy. So you got time? I think I'll Google.
I don't mind losing half a bottle of wine on a bet.
Anyway, I'll Google.
So this is not a bad bowl from Moggy either. I'll give you the tip. Trying
Jeez.
hard, a little touch, and he would have
Oh.
got shot, but that would have been luck.
That was a good shot.
Dan Murphy's. I think they'll stock all that, or
Yep,
probably need
yep.
more exclusive sort of a
Yeah,
stocker.
yeah,
So
I might as well just get you a half bottle because I'm going to drink the other half anyway. So
yeah, right. So you have to come round, JT.
Okay, sounds good.
So it's Phil's. You can guarantee.
Troy's drawn another
Cracker
good
here.
shot.
This
Good
is
bowl, Troy.
sensational stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
So we
Terrific.
talk about
two-bowl.
having a moment, and that's the moment. 2 at a critical time.
Oh, goodness me, yeah.
So it just goes to show how crucial that shot last end was, which I said.
Yeah.
Instead of 4 difference, it's 5 difference. So holding 2, Keepy could have drawn 2 to draw the end, but now he's going to be a little difficult to get 5.
So they both know the job at hand. So just one
Been a
quick
good
comment.
game.
State singles last weekend.
Yes, it was great for my boy Daniel to get through to his maiden state singles. He's been runner-up a couple of times.
Title number 13.
Yes, he certainly is just sort of in a real zone at the moment with things.
Playing well.
Even when he gets down, and I thought when my daughter-in-law sent me the message, oh, he's just dropped 4, and I sent back, it'll do him good, it'll make him mind sake, and he'll think about it. And he did, and from there on, Segan didn't score. Once they got to 19, that was the end of it. But, yeah, he's...
Proud dad.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that, you know,
Well keeping.
there's a
Ripper.
great shot. Gee whiz, that's a great shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't mark that.
Yeah,
not a
and
fall
I
over.
think too, you know, with having the two
Basement.
boys, Matthew being like he is, even with his disability, he's really quite sensational. Just loves the game, not worried about doing too many things or going anywhere. Just loves playing his bowls. He plays for Squig, and just loves leading for Squiggle.
So here's a really important game, or important bowl here. There's a bit of arm waving that tells
So
me
he's
that it's
going to
too
miss it.
high.
Ooh.
So he draws another one. There's one shot in it. They're thinking, how can we get 5? I
Don't know
think
whether
we
he can he?
Don't think he can.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good call. You like to hear that, and it's positive, and that's what's important.
Yep. So that's a
He's got a
better call
chance.
because he has to get.
Got a
That'll
chance.
that'll half.
And
That'll
make
half the
him-
rink,
That'll,
yeah.
that'll,
Half the
that'll
rink,
make him reach.
Yeah.
So he runs into this one and wobbles in himself. Don't hit it fat in the middle. Hit it on the edge. Get them both in. Hard
Yep.
shot, but a possibility. He's around the place. Tell you what.
Oh, goodness me, how unlucky.
Gee, had to hit that. Ooh, a bit fatter. Would've
Might have
been
rolled a bit far for 3.
Yep.
Still, it's a great comeback.
3.
Good work, Gary.
Good game. 1921.
So
That was a good game, wasn't it?
no,
You know,
absolutely. I mean, we had the pleasure of watching it all the way through, and
Yeah,
not lots of multiples scored.
No.
And so
And-
high
and-
standard game.
absolutely.
So-
To come down that close in the
Yeah.
last bit, you know, needing 5, cutting it back to only
Yeah.
2 was really good work.
So we'll wind it up now. So JT, thanks for that, and congratulations on being appointed the academy coach. We know that the group is in very good hands, and we know that there's a lot more of this story left to come. So I look forward sort of to catching up and keeping in the loop and watching how it all progresses, and hopefully the one thing you get out of it is enjoyment. And I know you would. I know you've already only took you 1 week to get the respect of all the group.
It's
As you
fantastic.
know, I did ring around and have a chat and
Thank you for
get
that.
feedback, and it was all super positive, and which I did hand on to you, and you got the bits and pieces to go with it. So it's been an absolute privilege.
Thank you very much. Thank you for
Thanks,
having me. Thank you,
Cheers.
Bill.
Yes,
No
nice
worries.
to meet you.
And,
So
good. Have a good lunch, and we'll catch up with you a bit later.
Yeah.
thank you. I really appreciate your time. So
Thank
I
you
know
very much indeed. Have
So
a good
hopefully
day.
you can go watch a few players. And
I will. I'm going to look at that young lad and a couple of others. I'm going to speak to Callum
Yep.
Williams here, because I know he's just playing when he finishes.
Yep. No worries.
But again, thank you so much, and have a good rest of the day.
problem. Rightio. So, and just as we hand back to Mitch, back doing in the controls, I'd just like to thank Phil and Ken, who was here earlier. He's had to go back and actually play the game. Then to my offsider, who was running the scores for us before we got everything right on the Facebook site. So that made life enjoyable, and certainly made me salivate as I anticipate a really expensive bowl of red from Phil.
It's not over yet.
No, I do. It's
Think
not
it
off yet. I can feel that there might be a casserole grade wine that I may be getting, Phil, for some reason.
I
So,
think
Mitch-
don't think it'll be that good.
Mitch back in the back at the
Thanks,
controls.
Mitch.
Thanks, Mitch. So we'll hand over
See you
there,
after lunch.
and we'll see you after lunch. Thank you. See ya.